That's not great. There we go. Gentlemen, RSD Derek here. How's it going? If you can hear me well, please type in. I see a lot of people already shouting out their city. What up, Max, Fleet, Brandon, David, Gabriel, Carl. Perhaps you type in "Pimpin' is real." If you know the pimpin' is real and you can hear my voice, perhaps you'll type in "Pimpin' is real." There we go. Pimpin' is real, Carl. Tim from Macedonia. What up, Tim? I seen your email. I'll actually, I'll shoot you. I'll respond to your email. I haven't forgotten about you. Just in the middle of a lot of shit this week. So, hey, here's what's up. It's I had a lot of fun last week. We did last Tuesday, a week ago today. We did just a little value add webinar. I didn't really think I was going to do more of these. I just thought I was going to do that one, but like so many people wrote in, we had a lot of replays. A lot of people watched it, and I just want to give an extra shout out. Like, thanks for being on the program. Thanks for joining us here too. And I just want to do something for you guys. Again, just to say thanks and see what's good. Does everybody? I see Zach saying there's a little audio issue. Is there a real audio issue? Or is everything good? No, my team says that everything is good, Zach. So yeah, use the internet or something, man. Get on the internet, Zach. Get on the internet, hear that shit more clearly. To everybody else, a lot of pimping is real. Thank you. Thanks, Gabe. Thank you, everybody. All right, so a few thoughts. Type in your questions. I didn't have a lot to say except to just be on here and answer any questions you have about the program or clarify some general things that just anything that's on your mind, man. Anything that's on your mind that I can help you with. So pop in a bunch of questions. I want to say thanks again that, I was very flattered. When we started this project, Owen asked me to do this 100 years ago, like literally about 2008, 2009, he started asking me to create a digital program. And I was very reluctant to just like, man, why am I going to spend time with this? And, RST has been like a fun hobby of mine. It hasn't been a business. It's been like a fun hobby of mine. And I thought for the amount of time that I would put into that, what it would cost, the opportunity cost, plus, I don't have a big social media following, et cetera, et cetera. I was always reluctant. But, I finally agreed to do that. I started on this 10 Commandments project like September 2017. And, we just rolled that out. We're still making little tweaks up until last week for you, just to make, little perfections and add this and add that. So it's been about a 20-month project for me. And yeah, I want to say thanks for being a part of it. That we blew away, I think, really everybody's expectations in the company. Like, we knew it would sell good. I have a lot of people really like me. Ton, I don't know, a couple thousand people worked with me on boot camp, and I helped a lot of guys. So we knew it would sell well, but it's blown away like every sales record in RST's history. And I just want to say, thanks for being a part of that. Thank you for your support. And again, type in your questions and let me know how I can support you. One last thing before I dig in here is for the raffles. There's the dinner raffle where I'm going to invite 10 people to come to dinner at Vegas Summit. 10 of you and me and my assistant team, maybe a couple of the instructors or some of my friends. We're going to get a big ass feast. I'm going to get us a big baller feast at Vegas Summit. That's this August. And, a lot of people already sent in testimonials about the 10 Commandments to enter that raffle. But if you haven't yet, send in your testimonial. So I picked the first 3 winners. I haven't announced them publicly yet. I'm going to make a phone call to everybody this Friday. So I'm gonna pick 3 more on Friday, and I'm gonna make phone calls to those first 6 winners and let you know who you are. And we'll pick the rest of them later on. Maybe the end of May. We'll see what makes sense. But send in your testimonials. If you're not on top tier programs yet, upgrade your damn shit so you're eligible for the dinner. Also, when we're at Summit, I'm gonna pick that New Year's winner. The New Year's boot camp. This is a $6,000 boot camp we do. It's the best boot camp of the year. It's in Las Vegas, New Year's week, 5 days long, 5-day boot camp. is the best program of the entire year. And whoever wins that, I'm going to announce that. I might as well just fucking pick it at the dinner. We'll see. But I'm going to announce that person at Vegas Summit. You don't have to be there to win, obviously, but whoever that person is, I'm going to announce them at Vegas Summit. So submit your testimonials. A lot of people did already. Those that did, that was the last bullet point I was thinking of. Those that already sent that in, you're going to get entered in the next round too. So, if you haven't done it yet, do it fucking now, because I'm going to do that in multiple rounds. But anybody that didn't already submit theirs, you're going to get a second chance because you submitted yours early. So you're going to be in the next draft. And when I pick 3 more, you're in there. And the people that submitted them before, you're going to get a second chance. And then when I pick the next ones in the future, guess what? You're going to be entered in there too. So anybody that didn't do it, do it. The sooner you do it, the higher probability chance you have for winning. Let me take a look at some of these questions, see what I can help you fellas with tonight. What do we got? Got Maxwell. How do I lead a girl to the dance floor and keep up the fun vibe if I can't dance for shit? Well, bro, I'm probably an above average dancer, but only because I spent so much time at the damn club. And I certainly didn't start off that way. Like I'm a, kind of a mathy, nerdy type guy. And you don't have to dance. The good news is this: you don't have to dance so much. One of the worst damn things you could do is like go there and dance on her rhythm instead of getting her on your rhythm. So, strong advice is interrupt her from what she's doing. You can't do this, meekly. You can't do it halfway. Go check out Commandment 4 would give you a lot of guidance on this. Commandment 3 will help. Commandment 4 will give you a lot of guidance on this. Check that out in the program. It's going to talk to you about any nuance you would need to know about to answer that question regarding regarding opening. You have everything you fucking need to know is in there. But stop her from what she's doing. Stop her from what she's doing. Just say hello. Just open boldly and get her attention. And the girl's not dancing like, of course she wants to dance. She's having fun. It's cool. But if you give her a better option, she'll stop what she's doing and pay attention to you instead, man. So, you just have to be the best option. You have to be your best option. And yeah, on one hand, you think, well, I'm competing against the music. I'm competing against the DJ. I'm competing against all the other guys and alcohol and her phone and, any other substances she might be taking. I hope she's not, but any other substances that might be involved. Like, yeah, cool. It's called life, homie. It's Darwin talked about this 150 years ago. So don't worry about evolutionary processes, but do be her best option. And she's not that excited about what she's doing, bro. It's like, think about what we're doing for most of our lives. It's like, it wouldn't be that hard to interrupt like some normal day-to-day shit maybe you might be doing. It wouldn't be hard for somebody to interrupt you and make your life better. So check out Commandment 4 again, go through it again. It's going to give you some clarity on this. Also, the 3 Sacred Questions book, it's going to help you with that groundedness so you can deal with this, with no drama. Zaya, what up, Zaya? Zaya from Australia, is that Zaya or a different Zaya? How do better screen mentors, advice for best practices, information, not be led astray by the mountain of shit masquerading as gold? Yeah, that's the truth. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Heard you invested $1 million plus in self-education. Yeah, man, Commandments 9 and 10 talk a lot about, finding those people and making your life better, and go into a lot of nuance in there. But dude, you have to know who you are. You have to know what you want. You have to screen through the shit, and that's life. So, go through the practices, go through those exercises from the 3 Sacred Questions book. The other 2 guides in there of, the inner game guide is going to help a lot with understanding, internal things that are going in your head. You have to have your identity figured out so you know who you are and you know what you want. And, you'll naturally attract a lot of those people. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of people out there that the bar is so low. There's a lot of quality people that are so easily disappointed by the mediocrity and the muck of people out there that, for minimal effort, you can really stand out. For pretty minimal effort, you could really stand out. You could really be, by definition, an outstanding man, a far above average, outstanding person that would get the attention of a good mentor, etc. And also, as you said, I have spent over $1 million on I mean, some of that's university money. A few 100,000 is going to universities. A lot of that is traveling to meet specific people, taking people to, business dinners or entrepreneurial groups or other social networking groups that I've paid money to be a member of. You get all that money back. You multiply it. Not only do you get the money back, you get a fantastic return on it. So, you have to put yourself in those little niche groups where the type of people that you want to meet are highly concentrated. For me, even RSD, my involvement in RSD is much like that. Is well, where do I find a group of people that are super motivated? They're above average in education, far, far, far above average in motivation, and they're serious about making their life better. So where do I find a group of men like that that would be like cool friends? And Owen and I were joking about this. I don't know, 2 days ago. We talked earlier today, but not about this. I think it was 2 days ago when we were chatting. I brought that up as like probably 60%, maybe more, like 2/3 of my friends, 2/3 of my closest like guy friends in the world, people that I met through RSD. So this is a great platform that the Brotherhood platform I created for that, where we got about 250 men on there now, and it's growing constantly. I'll have 500 by the end of the year. We just started that in January. We have over 250 men from all around the world, literally all around the world, and the vast majority of them are former bootcamp clients of mine. And that's been a fantastic. I literally created that so I could like keep in touch with some of those really high quality dudes from all around the world, and so you could meet each other and go out and wing together and meet girls and work on business stuff and whoever you'd want to meet. So that's a fantastic support group to meet like high quality people that they're serious, they're doing something, and the people in there, they're all kinds of ages, but there's people, I don't know, I'd say as young as 18. Until most of the guys I'd say are 25 to 45, but there's some as young as 18. There's some that are in their 60s, and some of those older people, that it's not because they suck. They're not like oh, I'm old and I'm single and I suck. It's like, dude, like they would have gave up by then. Like these are guys that had like built businesses, built fantastic lives for themselves. There's a lot of great mentors in there, so it's underutilized. If people knew how great it was, I could spend more money on marketing, I suppose, and more time. But if people knew how great it was, I'd have 2,500, 250. It would immediately jump 10x. But check that out if you're serious about it. How to deal with stalkers? You don't, bro. Get rid of them. Don't hang out with losers to begin with. Stop hanging out with losers, Charles. Maybe she's pretty, bro. Like it's cool if you made that mistake once. If you're hanging out with some crazy girls that you're young, she's pretty, I get it. Maybe something like that happened, but I had a loony woman once that I was in college, and I stopped returning this girl's phone calls because she's blowing up my phone. She's voicemail, and a lot of texts, and we didn't know each other that well. We only hung out for a few times over a couple weeks, and it just wasn't the right vibe. She's trying to be too demanding and wants to be in a relationship and talking about kids, and like I thought it was a joke at first, and I'm like, no, this is like a legit, like this girl's like a borderline stalker. Like this is a weird girl, too needy. And yeah, long story short is over time, over a couple weeks, she's hitting me up all the time, making demands of my time, and I just like, I really can't do that. So I stopped returning to her phone calls and stopped texting her back and shit. And later on, she threw a fucking rock through my window. She like had a note. So she's not even like, even the police are not a deterrent for this person. It's like she threw a fucking rock through my window and a note on it, like demanding that I return her messages, that, she won't be ignored, and demanding that I contact her back. Yeah. That was the last of that for me. So when I see a girl that's like, she's too demanding or too needy, man, just, just don't be disrespectful or mean, and just treat her the same way that a hot girl would treat me or you. It's just like, oh, like, not the right one for me. I wish you well. Good luck. Get rid of her. Scott, what's good? Scott from Boston, going out 4 to 5 nights a week, plus school, plus work. The feeling I should be moving to a larger city. Like your thoughts. I don't know. I looked at when I was going to go to graduate school, I looked at Harvard and MIT, and I thought about spending time in Boston. And Yeah, it's a weird place because there's a lot of smart people there, and I really like that. I like being around well-educated people, man. But it's certainly not the best pickup city, as you know, or you wouldn't be writing me this. Certainly not the best pickup city. I love your science museum. I respect some of the institutions, the schools there. Um, but yeah, man, when you're done with your university stuff, maybe you have a fantastic job there. But right next door, just right next door, there's a little place known as Manhattan. And bro, go over there if you're going to any of the good schools. Was there Brandeis and Boston College and BU? There's a lot of great schools around the Boston area that'd be very easy to get a job in another city, especially on the East Coast. So yeah, whatever's bro, like whatever's good for you. But are you going to have the best nightlife scene you could there? Nah, certainly not. So if you're a young dude, you're setting your life up, or you want to be around the most high concentration of high quality women, man, right next door is Manhattan. It'd be really easy for you to get a job there. So think about it. But Boston's okay. Boston's okay, man. I'm not hating Boston, but a lot of things it probably is the best of this or best of that. Some great schools there, but not the best place for pickup. No. Zach, awesome program. Here's my question. And then you didn't send me the questions. Oh, here we go, Zach. Got it. I live in the Bay Area, which is heavily male dominated. Would like to move to San Francisco, but transitioning roles with my current job is keeping me in the suburbs. There's some beautiful women around because I see them at the gym, but they're limited in clubs and bars around me. Do you have any suggestions for handling the Bay? Yeah, definitely move. If you live in the Bay, there's not a place. And I was just picking on the Bay this week, so I hate to get carried away with it, but there's not a worse place in our country to meet an abundance of like high quality, just cool women. Like the whole vibe there, even when strangers come, even when people move there, some of the prevailing thoughts over there, or the way the women behave in that part of the country, it's not favorable to a single guy, because you got a whole city there where there's a lot of really smart men. You got guys with fantastic education, some of the smartest men in the world, above average income, above average education, above average work ethic. It's like some of the most fantastic men in the world. People come from all around the world and they move there. And then you have a population of women that, for a multitude of reasons, they really don't respect those guys or treat them as well as they could, So I wouldn't live there. If I woke up there, I would go immediately. I would leave immediately. I just went there in January. And before that, I've flown through the airport different times when I was going to Asia or Australia. So I've had layovers at the SFO airport before. But it's been like 5 years from January. It was about 4.5, 5 years since I stepped out of that airport. And then when I went there in January, then I remembered why. So I think the place is a mess. You have an epidemic of people shitting on the sidewalks and shitting in the parks. You got people shooting dope and smoking dope on the sidewalk, broad daylight. It feels dirty to me. And God, if I lived there, I wish I lived in Boston. I'd get out of there immediately. And then you say, "Oh, my job." That's what the guys say. So, "Oh, my job, my job." Well, your job, Zach. If you're well qualified to have a high quality job in San Francisco, guess what? You're well qualified to go to numerous other places as well that have a similar or lower cost of living. There's not a turd on the sidewalk, and the women will actually treat you with respect and goodness. So fuck that, and I would leave immediately. Ali, can I use it? Can I use what is implemented in 10 Commandments of game and day game? Of course. What the hell do you think it's those are 10 commandments. That's not 10 suggestions, not 10 maybes. It's the 10 things to do to have awesome women anywhere. And that course is made so you can be successful anywhere, but specifically it's made to be successful in the nightclub. And if you can go do that in the nightclub, I mean, your little day game stuff, I think it's silly when I hear these guys, guys come see me at a VIP tour, they come to Summit, they write me on IG, they write me on YouTube, and they tell me about their day games. Oh, my day game is really sick. My online game is so sick. My Tinder game fucking sick. Well, if your fucking Tinder game was so sick, or your fucking online whatever, or day game whatever, you wouldn't be talking to me. You wouldn't be talking to me if your shit was so sick. It's total bullshit. It's total garbage. Um, the guys that they're talking to me because they're disappointed with that. Like, even if it's really good, okay. A lot of guys here, a lot of you listening, you have an above average life already. You already have like way above average results, way above average results. Like, this is a self-selected group of people that they're just that way. Um, but man, it could be better. That's why we're talking. It could be better. And that's what helped me have really, really great results. Was like, I didn't settle for mediocre results. I didn't settle for like, I was desirable at my university, or desirable in my little small town or something. Like, no, I wanted to be able to go around the world, meet a beautiful woman anywhere on earth, daytime, nighttime, twilight, whatever the fuck time it was, whatever time of the day it was, dawn or dusk. Um, I just want to be able to see a beautiful woman anywhere on earth, and go communicate with her. And there used to be language obstructions. Now we don't even have that. The language obstructions used to be a bigger thing. Like, we learned skills like, how do you meet the girl and go home with her, and have a fantastic time together without even speaking the same language. So we had to work around things like that. And now there's like Google Translate. So even that's easy now. It's like there's so many apps that translate, that you literally speak into the phone and it translates to a different language. So man, like, there's just no excuse. There's just no excuse that I just wanted to have the best women, high quantity of them, just a great opportunity, or a great abundance of options and opportunity and choice. And that kept me motivated. So, the club is a training ground. You don't have to spend your life there. You can go do your little day game thing. That's cool. I say meet a beautiful woman wherever she's at. If you see her in the daytime, great. You see her, outside the club, fantastic. Most women you meet in your life, it'll be outside a club. But the way that you're going to be very, very successful with them is go to the club, tolerate that. It's like going to the gym, man. It's like you go to the gym and you lift heavy things. So when you're outside of the gym and you got to pick something up, it feels real light. You can do things you never would have been able to do if you didn't go do that training. So the club is a training ground. If you have a lot of fun there, keep doing it long term. But don't think that. I'm a pussy. Probably not you, Ali, but some guys, probably none of you listening, but some guys are like, "Oh, Derek, I'm a pussy, and I'm scared to go to the nightclub. I'm too stupid to get the 10 Commandments a game and learn how to get rid of my approach anxiety and my fears and do this shit properly and cut years off my learning curve and save a fucking decade of my life." So, Derek, being as dumb as I am and a coward and everything, how do I get good at day game without actually fucking doing tough things? It's like, yeah, man, like those guys will go do like a set an hour. They'll go sit in a park like a creep. And, it's gross, man. Just like, don't do that to yourself. Respect your time. Do it the most efficient way possible. And that means you got to go to the club. You got to practice there. That's your training ground. That's your gym. That's where, thousands and thousands of women go out in any major city. Thousands of women go out to meet a high quality man. They go out there and, trying to have fun, trying to meet somebody, trying to be social, and, put yourself in that environment. Go meet those girls. Help her accomplish her goals, man. She came out there looking for a cool dude. Crazy thing about some of this pickup stuff is like, man, the girl's on your side. The girl wants you to be an awesome dude. The girl, do you think these girls, like, they didn't put their shoes on and go through all this trouble because they're like, man, I'd hate to meet an awesome dude tonight. I spent most of my disposable income on makeup and clothes because I'd hate to meet an awesome dude. Think how stupid that sounds. The girl's on your side, man. The girl's on your side. She wants you to be a fucking champ and a hero. She's looking for a fucking champ and a hero. But go out there and, train yourself up, get your social skills in order, get your psychology in order, get yourself comfortable. If you're comfortable in the club and you get good results there consistently, you'll be a king and an overlord during your day game. You'll be a king and an overlord when you meet somebody on, some online platform, some digital platform, and then you come meet up. You'll be super comfortable. It'll be easy, relaxed. You feel like nothing, man. It's really effortless. So, the point of learning this stuff is not to spend years. It's not to spend years doing the game, doing it. I mean, that's the dumbest shit ever. Like, the whole point of this is like, you pick up meeting women, being an attractive man, just being the type of man that like women would want to spend time with, and like she'd be calling you and trying to hit you up. You shouldn't be doing the game. You should just like understand the fundamental social skills that you need to understand. So like, when you went out and just naturally communicated with a woman, she'd see like, oh, this dude's different. Oh, this is one of those type of guys I've been hoping I'd meet a guy like this. Like she should be gaming you, man. Like the game is something that you and her do together. You ain't doing the game is like fun, playful banner that you and her do together. So that should be your goal. Like, a year into doing the game, you shouldn't be doing anything. You should just be very relaxed, very comfortable. Go meet a pretty woman. You introduce yourself to her, see what's up, get to know her, see if it's a good fit for both of you. And it should be fun and playful together, man. You should be, if somebody said to you, game, pick up, game, it should be like, it should be like unimaginable. Like, like what a fish thinks about water. Fish doesn't think about water. It's just there. It's just abundant. It's everywhere. It doesn't even, a fish couldn't imagine a reality without water. It's just the context of its life. And that's how your life should be. It should be, there's, of course there's pretty women around because you're you. Of course there's pretty women that want to spend time with you because you're a guy that you worked on your social skills. Your brain works good. You've got well intentions. You want to help somebody accomplish their goals. You want to help the woman have a better life. You also have boundaries and barriers that you want to spend time with a woman that wouldn't be a good partner or a good companion to have a good life together. You're not, which basically means you're not a needy little cunt. So that's it, man. Like, don't overthink this stuff. Don't overthink it. It just should be part of your life, man. Abundance, an abundance of opportunity, high quality opportunities. That should just be your life, man. That's something you're doing. And the best way to do that with women, go practice in the club, and then just integrate it into your life of like anywhere and everywhere you are. When you see a pretty girl, go say hi, go introduce yourself, go see if it's a good fit. You should be thinking to yourself, man, I hope I like that one. I hope she's cool. Adam, what is your recommendations for beginners? Is it good to pull 6s and 7s as a beginner to practice? You can do whatever you want, man. I always thought my hand is a 7. I've thought that for a lot of years, like more than half my life. I'm like, my hand is a 7. Why would I go home with a girl that wasn't more than a 7? And I really believe that. And there'll be a time in your life, when you get when your social skills are good, when you got your life in good order. If you're on your hustle, it ain't guaranteed. Most guys are going to mess around with some like 3s or 4s and pretend they're 5s or 6s. But probably you wouldn't be here if that was you. So there's going to be a point where you're going to have plenty of 7s, more than you'd ever want. More than you'd ever want. I kind of jokingly call it a sea of 7s. You just got so many 7s that are trying to get with you that you'd be like, oh no, like no more. I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Rather have an extra hour of sleep. So you'll get there, man. If you're on your hustle, you follow the guidelines in there, and you're on your hustle, you'll get there, man. So in the beginning, you do whatever feels good to you, man. Just make sure you have a fun time with the girl. If you think if that's where you think your life is some 6 or a 7, if that's what you think your value is, I guess go get a 6 or a 7, man. But make sure it's fun for you. Make sure it's fun for her. Have a good time together, and raise your value. And if your value is already high, then raise your self-esteem. So you got the confidence to go find yourself one of those top-notch girls, one of the girls to be most excited about, a girl that you think's a 9 point something, girl that you think's really special. You don't want to be dating some girl that you don't think is super special and got her shit together tight. If you think she's a 6 or a 7, like, all right, like if that's fun for tonight, okay, but don't be dating her. That ain't your partner. That's just something for fun. You and her had a fun time tonight. What are your advice, Carl? Listen up, Carl. What advice do you give to guys that don't drink in recovery? For explaining to girls when out to clubs or bars. I don't know. At least you're honest about it, bro. It's like there's guys out there. I think it's cool to have a couple of drinks. I enjoy going out and have a couple of drinks, but there's guys that can't do that. And, it sounds like you might be one of them. And, no disrespect or no shame in that. It's just like, I think a lot of it's biology that some people have more of an addictive personality. And if they have a drink, they're going to have, 10 or 15 drinks and fuck their whole day up. Probably fuck up tomorrow too. So if you're one of those guys, man, it's better to have nothing. And, if you're not one of those guys, go have a couple of drinks, have fun. But yeah, regarding what to say to the girls, tell her, I'm drinking water. Tell her, oh, no, thanks. Or, just grab a water with a fucking lime or a lemon in it, and you won't even have to deal with those questions, really. If you just want to, like, fit in, if that's the thing, it's like checking the box to fit in. You just get, like, a glass of water, put a lime or a lemon or something in it, and you don't even have to think about it. And if you want something to say, just tell her the truth. There's just part of screening. If that's how your life is, and that's the best thing for your health, bro. Just be like, nah, I don't think alcohol is healthy. And just tell her the truth, because like, dude, unless you're gonna go binge drinking with her later and fuck up your recovery, man. If that's the lifestyle you're gonna be living, you might as well let her know that early. Owen doesn't drink. I've known Owen, damn near something like 17 years, and he doesn't drink. When we go out together, I've never seen him have a drink, not once. So yeah, don't feel self-conscious about it. Don't worry about it, bro. But just tell her the truth, or just avoid the question generally by having some water with a lemon or a lime or something in it. Zach, I'm 24 from Chicago. Plan on moving to Vegas for a year. Any tips or advice? Yeah, I gotta tell this guy too, man. Don't drink too much. When you go to Vegas for a year, that's like a lifetime. That's a lifetime of party. So I probably spent, and I don't know, something like 2.5 years of my life in Vegas, and I really liked it. I lived there for a while when I was a child, and then I've been back and forth, for 5 days here or 15 days there through my whole life. So I had a lot of fun in Vegas. Great place. I got a piece of advice. Let me have a sip of water here. I'll tell you. When you get there, you're gonna see that a lot of the industry girls, they're pretty fucking hot, right? And if they were fucking geniuses, they wouldn't be working at a club in Las Vegas, though, would they? If they were fucking geniuses, they wouldn't be stripping in Las Vegas. They wouldn't be a cocktail waitress. They'd be doing something the geniuses do. They'd be back in fucking Harvard with homeboy over here. So here's what you're dealing with, man. It's like you're gonna go out. You can go out 7 nights a week. It's gonna be a great crowd. 7 nights a week, balling, pretty girls, a lot of tourists, and you're gonna realize very quickly that on Tuesday and then sometimes Monday and Wednesday, a lot of the industry girls go out. A lot of the hottest girls that are like, again, bottle service girls, cocktail waitresses, strippers, etc. Girls that are working in those, entertainment industries where they get hired to be a pretty woman. A lot of them are going out on those weekdays, particularly Tuesday, also on Monday and Wednesday. Now, because that's their night off, that's the weekend for them. Now, my strong advice to you, man, you could go out there and you'll be tempted. You'd be like, oh, I could go bang all those girls. I think it's a big mistake, man. If you're going to be living there, now, if you're a tourist, don't worry about this. Don't worry about what I'm saying here if you're a tourist. But if you're going to live there for a period of time, man, go befriend those people. Go make friends with those girls. So when you go to the club, the hot ass bartender that works at the club. The cocktail waitresses. The bottle service girls. So when you're talking to the tourist girl, and you go out 7 nights a week, you can go out all damn year, bro. Every night. There's not, it's better nightlife in Vegas than there is anywhere on earth. The best city in the world for pickup. Now, dude, just remember, like when you're going out, dude, like you're gonna see all those hot girls that you see on Tuesday night. There's only 1,000 people in the whole goddamn industry that work at these clubs. All the clubs combined, it's 1,000, 1,500 people, and you're gonna see these people again and again and again. And if you go hook up with those girls, what's gonna happen is the doormen are mad at you. If when they find out about it, it's like the door guy's mad, he don't want to let you in. The male bartenders are mad, her manager's mad, the owner's mad because everybody else wants to hook up with her too. So like rather than that, man, it'd be really smart to just befriend those girls, avoid all the drama with the guys out there, with the local guys who can get you access to a lot of cool shit, by the way. Avoid all the drama with the local guys, and then, man, when you're talking to the hot tourist girl who's a 9.5 super hot tourist girl, and then the bottle service girl runs over, and she's like, oh, I missed you, blah blah blah. How are you, Zach? What's good? All right, what's that look like? Man, your perceived value to that tourist girl just went through the roof. And then when you go over to the bar and the bartender and he or she, there's like, oh, what's up, man? Here, they ignore other people and serve you first. So it'd be very much to your advantage to avoid hooking up with the locals. Instead, just befriend the locals and hook up with all the tourists, man. Have a fun time with the tourists. And also, you start hooking up with the local girls. Like I said, there's only 1,500, 1,000, 1,500 people working on the strip that you would care about that are involved in nightlife, that are involved in the nightlife industry. Okay, man, why you want to fucking? That's a little small group, and they all know each other. And when you hook up with one of them, then another one, they all know. All right, and then the next group knows, and the next group knows. They all know. They all know, and it's going to limit your experience there by doing that. I think it'd be very short-sighted. Gabriel, what up, Gabriel? Commandment 7. Sean goes deep. Sean really goes deep. He'd be proud to know that. Into how the nines and tens, and how you need lifestyle to keep them. Is this really the case for all nines and tens? Do you need that lifestyle? Because I'm so buddy on gym work and gaming. Learn how to type, Gabriel. You're not a great typer, bro. Because I'm so buddy on gym work, gaming. At the end of the day, it's hard to do all those things at once. I literally don't understand your question, bro, because your typing sucks balls. But I think the idea is, do you need to have a good lifestyle to keep those girls around? It's like, well, what do you think, man? Like, do you think that like these so-called nines and tens, some of the girls that have the most options in the entire world, like they just want some dude that like ain't doing shit, like his life sucks? I mean, what do you think, man? You think there's like a magic pill where I can just be I could be really mediocre. I could just be a 5. I can just be like an average bro. I'm gonna have the hottest girls in the world. Come on, man. Tony, what's the difference between conveying my identity and self-qualification? Man, Tony, like conveying your identity, if you like yourself and you're proud of who you are, you're proud of what you're doing, that you ain't bragging about that. You're just talking about your life, man. You ain't got that's the difference is if it comes off as braggy, if you're saying it because you're trying to brag to her about, probably your cock is huge, Tony. I don't think you'd disagree. Let me know. Probably got a huge cock, probably smart, got something else good going on in your life. If you're bragging about that shit, and then it does come across needy. It comes across like you're trying to impress her. But if you're speaking to her in a way where you're not trying to impress her, but you're trying to impress upon her, the type of person you are, your sense of humor, some cool shit you got going on in your life, some stuff you're excited to be doing in the near future. Instead of trying to impress her, if you simply were just sharing that information, oh yeah, this is who I am and this is what I'm up to, and she'd be pretty excited about that. If she likes a guy like you, she's into the same things that you're into. If you have similar values and similar goals, she'd be really excited to meet somebody like that. So that's the key thing is you're not trying to impress the girl. Last thing on your mind should be trying to impress a girl. You should just be like, oh yeah, this is who I am. That's what I've been up to, blah, blah, blah. And qualify her, not self-qualification. Make sure you're qualifying her. It's like, hey, what are you most excited about in your life right now? Ask those qualifying questions to her and see like, what is she thinking about? What is the order of magnitude of an event that she considers like, exciting or cool? What are some things that she's proud of that she's working on right now? So, don't worry about it. And don't overthink this. It's just quite literally as simple as that. It's like, you're not trying to impress her. You're just trying to share your personality, share your identity, share your sense of humor. And the girls that are going to like that are going to get with it. And the other girls, it ain't for you, man. They can go fuck off, go do whatever else. Good luck to them. Mo, night game is way easier for me than day game. How can I improve the day game? Yeah, are you talking to the girls like you're in the fucking nightclub, man? I think day game's way easier, honestly. And most guys are just too pussy to go to the nightclub and get good at the nightclub. So if you're doing good in the nightclub, man, I mean, day games are going to be a lot easier. You got to slow things down. I think a good rule of thumb is, hey, do you talk, you can't talk crazy on the street like you do in a nightclub in terms of like your energy. You just want to communicate like, 10-15% higher energy than whatever's going on in the environment. And that'll be enough to get somebody's attention, get them to focus on you, man. But yeah, you can't have the same energy or the same vibe, at Starbucks or, on the damn sidewalk as you do in a nightclub. So, calibrate to that. Like, you're in the club, it's got to be, 10-15% higher energy or higher intensity than what the rest of the environment's doing. But, if you had that same mannerism in a damn library or some shit where, university library, they're going to think something's wrong with you, So, calibrate to the energy, 10-15% more than what's going on in the ambient energy level. Calibrate to that. Yeah, don't overthink it too much. But number one thing is just that, dude. Just slow it down, tone it down. But same principles. Just invite her to come with you. Invite her to come spend time with you. Let her know about yourself. Find out about her. Qualify the girl. Make sure she's a good fit for what you're up to, and invite her on an adventure, man. Invite her to something cool you're doing. Rishi, Derek, how do you so much about other cultures? I think you missed a word, buddy. I was listening to your masterminds and I was blown away by your insight into Indian culture. It's on point. Yeah, thanks, man. Well, I mean, I traveled to over 60 countries, and regarding India specifically, a lot of my classmates were Indian when I went to graduate school. Probably 30% of my classmates, they came from some of the top schools in India. IIT or IIM, and then beyond that, then I also met a lot of Indians on my boot camps. So I worked with a lot of Indian men. Maybe 25% of the men that come on my boot camp happen to be Indian men, and I know it's a selected group. I know that they're not all geniuses and super hardworking, talented people. And I know that's not everybody in any culture, but the Indians that make it to the United States, and many of them that make it to Europe, etc. In Australia too, there's a lot of Sikhs. There's a lot of Indian people in Australia, especially the Sikhs, and New Zealand too. New Zealand's full of Sikhs. But yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's a culture that I have general respect for. The people that I've met that left India, um, most of them are very hardworking, like very smart people, hardworking people. Very logical, and I really enjoyed working with those guys because I'm a nerdy guy like that, and I respect that for some of the same reasons those people were able to leave. Is some of the things that made my life better too. When I can help that guy like avoid the whole arranged marriage and biodata thing, and help him go get like a tall, pretty blonde girl, or threesome with a couple tall, pretty blonde girls. I don't know. I feel really good about it. So shout out to the Indians, and don't fuck with me. I got you, Maxwell. How do you accurately display how do I accurately display my value without self-qualifying? All right, I just touched on that. Just talked about it. Powell, what's great about the program is that it had shown me exact errors I made before. I would have made much better use of the opportunities in the past if I had known it before. Funnily, had sex with an amazing girl 2 days after buying at my house party. She jumped in my bed before I even knew. So what up, Powell? Good for you, bro. Yeah, look, everybody, don't beat yourself up, man. Don't beat yourself up. Like I spent 17 years, making that program. I spent 15 years going out and gathering reference experiences, gathering knowledge, thinking deeply, talking to the other guys that are best in the world, thinking about how I trained guys that became the best of the world, thinking like, what were the key things that I conveyed to this man that made them excellent at meeting women, and also excellent at helping coach other men on how to have a better dating life and a more abundant lifestyle. So, for me, that's something I spent damn near half my lifetime on, and then I just spent damn near 2 years, like 20 months, laying out this program. So yeah, of course there's a lot of dope shit in the program, and of course I mean, it's the most comprehensive thing ever made on the topic, man. I don't just say that. You already have the program. You already bought the fucking thing. So I'm certainly not telling you anything you don't know, man. But there's not a better program out there. It's most comprehensive, most detailed thing. So I really appreciate your compliment there. And yeah, go through it. There's layers and layers of nuance in here, man. There's layers and layers of nuance. It's not something you're going to listen to and watch one time for entertainment, or even the books. There's like 288 pages of supplemental writing that I did. So 288 pages of supplemental writing in there. You're not just going to, glance over that and absorb it all. Go through it again. Go through it again. There's layers and layers of stuff on there that, when you go through it and it solves your current problems, when you have another sticking point, just review it again. And the answer is in there, man. The answer is in there. It's going to help you solve your next problem and your next problem too. So, again, thanks for that, very pleasant, compliment, and also congratulations on having a fun time with a pretty girl a couple days after the program. That's fantastic. I hope she had a great time too, man. Carl, what up, Carl? I see you. Last Supper. Jan, Um, what is a Derek style field report? You got the information you need, bro. I think about the stuff all the time. I don't write a lot. I don't do a lot of, let me go home and write a field report. After 17 years, let me write a field report. Nah, man, just, you know what to pay attention to. Go through the program. It's going to tell you what the things are that you need to pay attention to, the things you need to be working on. I do think it's good to write those reports for yourself, if nothing else. You'd like to write those memos down. So I'm not knocking it. Um, any method that you can learn something. So you want audio stimulation, you want visual stimulation, you'd like to read it, you'd like to hear it, you'd like to see something. That's why I made this program so comprehensive and vibrant. Is you want to hear something, you want to see something, you want to read something, and all of those things are going to help you ingrain it. And that's why I added the workbook as well. Is like, go through that content and then go write it down, and that'll help you cement your own thoughts too. So writing like that, or typing for that matter, it is going to help cement those thoughts in your head when you have to organize your thoughts and put it on paper or put it on a computer. So I'm not knocking field reports, but yeah, you see, every bit of stimulus that you could get your brain engaged from various perspectives is going to drive a lesson home deeper. So that's why I created the program with all of those different things in it. You can hear it, you can see it, you read about it, you can fucking write the workbooks to work along. So that's why I made it that way. It's going to be a much better learning tool. But yeah, don't get caught up just on field reports. Like, do it. Make a little memo to yourself for 10 minutes. But more important than writing an articulate story, it'd be like, make sure you're internalizing the key things. What are the few key drivers that you learned tonight? Few key things that you worked on. What are you going to do different next time? Focus on those couple key elements, man. Jake. Jake says, I apologize if this is carefully covered in the program. There's so much content. My question, once I know what my controversial screening views are, how do you present them so they don't sound like just a series of aggressive, rapid-fire non-sequenters, resulting in running away, etc.? So, man, I want the wrong girls to run away, Jake. I want the wrong girls to. I want them, not literally to run away, but a girl, if we have vastly different values or vastly different goals, that ain't my girl, man. I don't want nothing to do with her. And you don't hang out with dudes that are like that. You don't hang out with men that you're like, oh, this guy and I have nothing in common. There's no context for us to have a relationship. Why would we ever hang out? And you would get away from those guys quickly, man. And don't give a woman any different treatment, man. Don't be sexist, bro. Don't be sexist. Give her the equality that she's asked for. Is if it's not clear that she's a good fit for your life, send her on her way, man. Send her on her way. Don't spend time with girls like that. So, the whole reason for those so-called controversial screening views is like, man, if those are your sincerely held beliefs, so if that's like your real beliefs and your real your identity, your values, man, you're just conveying to her the type of person you are, so the right person can self-select and be like excited. She's like, damn, I've been looking for a dude like that. She'd be like, oh, I think that way too. And that things will escalate very quickly with that type of girl. When you meet a girl who's thinking similar to you are, she's gonna be so excited to meet you, dude. She's gonna be so excited. She's gonna be so happy, man. So that's the whole point. Is like, it should be. It's not that you're trying to be aggressive or abrasive for no reason. It's that you're trying to convey your personality in a effective and efficient way, so she can understand the general type of person you are, sense of humor, etc. So the wrong girl can fuck off, and the right girl can let you know, like, dude, I'm that way too. Oh my God, I can't believe I met you. So yeah, just think of it that way, man. Don't worry about, if you're communicating effectively, that don't mean you're getting along with everybody. You're not getting along with everybody. Good communication is not getting along with everybody. Good communication is making sure the right girls leave and the right girls stay. So that's all. Excuse me. Tim, what up, Tim? Hi, Derek. Program is awesome. I like the extra value you give to us. You don't leave a man behind. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you. My questions are, how you open more girls in the club without looking like a needy guy who opened every girl, to look like jumping at every girl. And two, can you tell us something more about how to market to yourself to the girls and not qualify in a not qualified way? I think I addressed the qualification part pretty well here. Um, how do you open the girls without looking like a needy guy? Um, you know, I don't think it looks, look, a needy guy is the guy who's like lurking around. He's hesitating when he talks to the girl. I think that's the hallmark of a creep is hesitation. Okay. So the creepy nerd, the creepy lurker, he's like, yeah. Uh, he slithers up and hisses in her ear or something. Okay. So you can't be that guy, bro. Like that's the key thing here is you have to open her with a confidence and assertiveness. This is discussed in detail in the program as you're seeing, but you got to open her in a confident way that she has to realize like, oh, this guy, he's not nervous around me, he's not scared, he's not nervous, he's not hesitating. Just seems like a dude, like he's out having fun, being social. Um, that's what a lot of other girls in the club should think that. It's like, oh, dude's just out being fun, being social, whatever. Something you don't think about, something a lot of guys, even, really, really smart guys. I got a lot of guys come on my program. They got graduate degrees, they're entrepreneurs, they're, the sophisticated men in different ways. Some are advanced like military guys and athletes and musicians and some really talented guys, some really talented tradespeople, master carpenters and master craftspeople. And despite that, they have that thought that I fear that you might have in your head a little bit, where like, oh, I wonder if she likes me, or like, oh, I hope she don't think I'm this or that, something negative. Did you ever just think to yourself when the girls see you talking to another girl, did it ever occur to you as like, oh, I wish she'd come and talk to me? Why do you think she's looking around? Why do you think she's paying attention to which guys are talking to which girls? And I don't think they're obsessively paying attention, but it's in their periphery, It is in a woman's periphery as you think that like, oh, you know, that guy's talking to those girls and now he's talking to this other one. And man, if the girls are having a good time with you, if the people you're communicating with, if they're having a good time, probably when some stranger is looking at it, she's like, damn, like he must not like me. It's like, damn, I wish he'd come talk to me. And don't frame that as a negative in your head. Like you're probably misperceiving it. It's like, man, just go have a good time. Clown around with the girls, get rid of the ones that are not a good fit. It'll be better for her life. It'll be better for your life. And then let the other ones sort themselves out, man. You go find one of those girls that's super excited to meet you, man. That's what it's supposed to be like. Delan, currently transitioning my life from good to great, and as a result, have less time and money than before for now. How do I approach game from a high value frame when my lifestyle isn't currently top notch? I think this might be another misperception, sir. Is if you're transitioning from good to great, if that's true, why would you feel any less about yourself? You should feel more proud. You should feel more proud about yourself. Is your life going to be better in the future than it is right now? Are you making sacrifices in the short term to provide a fantastic lifestyle for yourself later? So I would tell you, man, like be more proud of yourself. Be more proud of yourself. You don't need a lot of money, man. This girls reproduce with broke people all the time. Girls reproduce with dumb people all the time. If you doubt that, you just got to go out in the world and look around for a few minutes. You see plenty of dumb people. How do you think they got there? So, yeah, don't be down on yourself, man. You're probably being down on yourself too much. If what you said there is true, that if your first premise, transitioning my life from good to great, if that's true, that's your major premise, homie. Your conclusion after that should be like, oh, it's going to be better in the future. I have every reason to feel confident. I have every reason to feel proud of myself. And I need to go convey to a woman that I'm doing good now and I'll be doing even better later. And go find a girl that wants to go on that adventure with you, man. Yeah, don't feel bad about yourself at all, man. That's you're misthinking that one, sir. Yi Zhang, what up, Yi? Is there any aspect of 10 Commandments that might be good to collaborate for day approaches as compared to clubs? What are your thoughts on a bit of less direct for day approaches in public places instead of clubs? Yeah, I'm with you. I think I addressed that pretty well. 10 or 15% more energy. That's the bullet point that you need. 10 or 15% more energy than the prevailing energy level in the environment. So, tone it down a little bit. You can't be, in a nightclub, you got to be, hey, come here. It's got to be a little more obnoxious to get her attention because there's a lot of noise in the environment, physical noise and just other distractions, But Yeah, man. A lot calmer during the daytime. The key thing is just being calm and relaxed, man. The natural thing that happens if you're when a man and a woman like each other and they spend some time together, they're gonna go fuck. It's a natural thing that happens. A man and a woman like each other, they spend enough time together, they're gonna go fuck. So you're not trying to do something unnatural. You're not trying to do something that something weird. We ain't doing nothing weird. All you're doing, man, is like making a good life for yourself. Take an inventory of the good things that are already in your life, and go introduce yourself to a pretty girl and see if she might want to be a part of that. And a lot of them will. A lot of them are going to be excited. So yeah, don't overthink it, man. Key indicators for her is like about your confidence or your competence is like are you calm? Do you look nervous? Do you look anxious? Or are you like pretty calm? And yeah, just be calm, be cool, man, be fun, make it a fun experience for mostly for yourself. You're not there to entertain her. Make it a fun experience for yourself, so you're in a great mood while you're doing the shit. And yeah, the results gonna come, man. Just follow the 10 Commandments and read the supplementals. The results gonna come. And listen to the interview with Owen. Is unreal. Owen mentioned going into the cave when starting a business. You both went down that path in your earlier 20s. I read the Elite Lifestyle book as well, which is also unreal. Thanks, Brandon. I was wondering if there are any other tips for keeping the pimping up for while going in full nerd mode starting a business. Now, be proud of yourself. It's like I said to Dylan or Delon, I believe. It's like I said to him, man. Be proud of yourself. Don't feel like you got to compensate for the girl because you're building a good life, man. It's just like, bro, you're building a good life. Brandon, you're building a good life, Brandon. You're building a good life. So feel proud of yourself. Don't waste time in the club. Go to the club, go to the club, Brandon. But no standing around, no fucking, no inefficiencies, man. Like you're there to meet the girls you're excited about, a girl that you find attractive. Go talk to her, man. Go talk to her and see what's up, and let her know what you're up to. You ain't gotta tell her your fucking resume or your business plan, man. Just let her know that you're not a normal guy. You're doing some fucking abnormal things, and you're going to have an abnormally good life because of it. And the best way to convey that is like, loose, carefree, really proud of yourself, irreverent humor. If she don't like it, walk away from her, go find another one. If she really don't like it, she'll walk away from you. She'll be utterly unaffected by that. Go find another one. Find another girl that'll be suitable for what you're up to, man. So, yeah, main point is like, don't think this is a negative. It's like this, you're engaging in behaviors right now that's going to make your whole life better. And when you find the right type of woman, it's going to make her life better too. If there's a time when she don't appreciate it, she's going to have to leave because you're going to have a better woman who's going to want to take her spot, and you're going to go with that woman again. You can find you're engaging in the behaviors that's going to make other men respect you and appreciate you and want to be your friend. It's going to make women respect you and appreciate you and want to be your lover. So like, really be proud of that, man. Really be proud of that. Like, don't hesitate to be proud of that. Don't waste your time. All your time, man. You only got so much time. A guy that don't value his time, he don't value his life, man. If you don't value your time, you don't value your life. It's the most important asset you have. Old rich motherfuckers would, they wish they were poor but had more time. So make the best of your time, man. Don't waste it with the wrong people. Make sure you cut through the shit quick and get to the right ones, man. Sebastian, what advice would you give on texting girls you're interested to meet again, especially when it's not possible to take them home right away? I just solve logistics, man. This whole text messaging thing. Man, I'm not writing nobody a novel. Like when I text the girl the way I would text my friend, it's like, hey, I'm doing this at this time. You want to come with? And I don't give a shit if she responds or not. I don't put in, oh, I could pepper in this or that, or I could tell her a joke, or I could. Well, I could do a lot of things, bro, but I'm not wasting my fucking life. I have self-respect. I'm not doing it. So, my number one piece of advice is if the girl liked you enough, she'd be excited to go home with you tonight. If she liked you enough, she'd go with you tonight, right now. So, a lot of girls made that decision with me. And when a girl's hesitant or she's like, yeah, it's not for her. I don't care, man. It's cool. I don't take her phone number. I don't even take the phone number. The best time to get a phone number is after sex. That's the time you get the phone number. It's like you have some sex, get the phone number, you have some more sex, chat about it. Maybe text her in bed while she's laying right next to you if you want to clown around. But If she ain't there, man, it's just logistics. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. You want to come with? Invite her to your life. Invite her to what you're already doing. But I don't change anything. I don't have time to go on let me go on a date. I just don't. I don't have time that I'm going to go spend 2 hours. Um, hey, let's go to dinner and I'll try to impress you. And I don't give a shit if she's impressed or not. But she got to be impressed with my personality and the other things I'm doing in my life. She got to laugh at my dirty jokes and if she don't like my friends, she don't like my life, she don't like my friends, she don't like the way I'm living my life. It ain't for me. I spend zero time trying to convince her or persuade her. I suggest you do the same. And the girl's a girl that'd be a good fit. She's gonna see the value and get with it. Not immediately. You probably have to talk to her for a few minutes. You're gonna do most of the talking for the first few minutes, man. But I don't even want her phone number. Give her your number. When they say like, oh, phone number, blah blah blah, give her your number. And if she hits you back, then you're just solving logistics. And if she don't hit you back, she probably wasn't gonna respond to your text message anyway, man. Felipe, Derek, this program was so dope. Felipe, you have fine taste, sir. As an engineer student in Brazil, I don't have a lot of money. But when you did the webinar pre-selling the 10 Commandments, I knew immediately I had to call everyone I knew and borrow money to buy the program. Just your videos on YouTube changed my life. And the first thing I did inside the program was to read the Elite Lifestyle Bible. And that paid for the program just by itself. And it's just a bonus. Yeah, you should write fucking sales copy, bro, for me. You should be writing my marketing shit because you're a good writer here, sir. Thanks so much, man. I expect to learn more from the future, perhaps about business or other stuff you put out there. Well, thanks, man. If you got a question, put it in above. I'm gonna answer questions for maybe another hour or so here. I'd be happy to. So really appreciate that, Felipe. Man, go do good. Just implement it. Everything you need is right there. Everything you need is right there, bro. And hit me up. Fucking, you got another question? Post it up top here. I'll check it out. David, reapproaching sets. When you reapproach a woman 2 or more times in a night, what are some of the tips, frames to increase the chance of success? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Just who gives a shit? She probably forgot. Like when you approach these girls, you're like, oh, she'll remember forever. No, dude, like it's like a true act of narcissism when you're like, oh, they all remember me. Well, they only remember you if it was like super awesome or super awful. And other than that, like if you did like a little halfway approach where you basically, she kind of brushed you off quick, dude, she don't remember you at all. She didn't even take the time to look at you sometimes. She don't remember you at all. Like you literally could reapproach the same girl 5 minutes later when she's not like in a hurry to go to the bathroom or she's in a hurry to go get a drink or something. You literally reapproach the same girl 5 minutes later and come say hi, and she treat you totally different. Totally different. All right, and that's the case that she brushed you off. Now, if you actually had a good conversation with the girl earlier, you were having fun together, etc. I mean, my obvious advice is just carry it forward and keep it going. But if you had fun for a minute and you got separated for whatever reason, and now you're getting back, just come back and assume that familiarity that she knows you and she likes you, and invite her on your adventure. Like your re-open might be like, hey, come meet my friends. Like, oh, hey, come dance with me. I like this song. Don't overthink it, man. But yeah, most girls aren't even going to remember you, dude. So in terms of tips or frames, it's just like assume familiarity. If you had a good chat earlier, assume that she already likes you. Just invite her to come meet your friends, invite her to come do something with you. Take her hand and go sit down with her, lead her somewhere together, have fun together, go sit down with her and have a chat, But yeah, hesitancy is the enemy, sir. Hesitancy is the enemy. So stay away from that. Let's see. How to get around Powell again. How to get around complicated logistics. How to convince for a 30-minute trip. I'm not going to convince her of anything. You guys got to get over this idea about convincing someone or persuading them. You got to get over this. You got to get over this. I'm not going to be teaching boot camp much longer, bro. And I feel sad for men's sex life because this is a pervasive thought. It's a pervasive thought that I got to convince her to do something or persuade her. It's like you're missing the whole point. Like go through the program and just forget these terms, convince or persuade. It's like you're offer her an opportunity. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Come with. And if she ain't into it, bro, don't worry about it. And if you're a shitty marketer, if you're like, hey, do you want to come on a 30-minute drive? It's 3 a.m. Would you like to take a 30-minute drive? Well, the answer is no. The answer is no. But if you already had a good time together, that you're having a lot of fun, the natural thing that you do is just be like, like, hey, I want to spend more time together. The club's closing. I want to spend more time together. Let's bounce over here. So, where is it? So my car's right here. We'll chat together on the way. Come on, come with. And like, give her an opportunity, man. Invite her along, but don't convince her to do anything. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm not trying to convince anybody to buy something. Like, I spend very little time with this convincing and persuading. I want that to be like zero time, like none. It's just like offer somebody an opportunity that they're going to see the value and they're going to get with it, or it ain't for them. They'd rather have a shittier life or a life that doesn't include you or something. Um, don't worry about it. Keep your value high. Invite her along. Should be an opportunity for her. Johan, building an international business, and I thought although I'm implementing the commandments into work and I live in life, I cannot seem to combine it with improving my skill set with women in a successful way without having my work ethic suffer severely. Any advice on this, or shall I have to wait until my business is established, which might be a few years down the line? Dude, I worked on my business while I was in school, while I was still in university. I went out and had a lot of girls, man. I was in university and I got girls. Then I was working on business stuff, got girls. I was working on my university and business stuff at the same time. There was still girls, and like this is not these are not mutually exclusive, sir. It's like it's why I said earlier to one of the other gentlemen, is like, you can't waste your time with the wrong ones. You really got to know that your time is precious, and if you get a sense, like, nah, I don't really like this one. She's not the right one for me. Get rid of her. Go talk to another one, bro. Like, don't spend 30 minutes with a girl if you could have realized in 30 seconds, like, oh, not a good fit. Now this ain't the best girl for me. So just don't waste your time, man. So instead of, these guys, a lot of guys go out, they go to the club 3 hours. All right. And that's great. That's fine. 3, 4, 5 hours. That's fantastic. I do that too. I go to Vegas, go in the club 4 or 5 hours. Great. Okay. But dude, in 4 or 5 hours, you should have pulled about 3 girls, by the way. But in any case, it's fine to go out, man. But like, if you're just standing around or dicking around, if you're a single dude, you should be talking to every pretty girl you meet. Every girl that you think is physically attractive, you should go find out about her personality, tell her about you, etc., etc. You don't have any time to waste. Become an efficiency expert. So what a normal guy does in 5 hours, you could do that in 1 hour. So just become an efficiency expert. Don't waste your time. It's precious, man. The opportunity cost of what you're doing is tremendous. Your time's precious, man. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, definitely work on your business, as efficiently and effectively as possible. Get your ass out there, meet some beautiful women too. Invite her to be a part of it. Invite her to be on the ground floor and part of that journey when you're building something special. So later on, when when you want to share something with her, you feel like she deserves it. She was there with you and helped you. It's gonna be good. John, in some video on YouTube, I heard you say that at first, when you started going out 5, 6 nights a week, you would push things so hard that once or twice per week. That part's not true, sir. That once or twice in my life, you'd cry into your pillow when you'd return home about how far you pushed it. Can you care to expand on what made you cry? 2, in 17 years of game, were any of your relationships exclusive, or did you always see other girls? Now, it's okay to have exclusive relationships, man. Like, if that's what you're into, the only time to have a relationship at all, the only reason you'd want a relationship is you got other big projects in your life. Your relationship shouldn't be your project. Your relationship should be something natural and organic and fun. So when you got an abundance of girls, when you're seeing a number of girls having more sex, literally more sex than you want, and when you have diminishing marginal utility from a different sex act with a different girl, that's a good time to be in a relationship. That's a good time that you can relax a bit and I'm gonna see that girl because she's actually different. Then this first thing, no, man, I wasn't fucking crying twice a week. I suggest you go rewatch that video. But no, there's a couple times where you push things. Yeah, man, you were just pushing yourself psychologically. You put yourself in the way that the way you think about it at the time is you're like, oh, I did all the tough interactions and I overcame, 47 barriers and obstacles. I still went home alone. Well, there's other nights that you go out and you did just about nothing, and the obstacles took care of themselves, and you went home with a pretty girl and it was fantastic, or two pretty girls and it was fantastic, and you want to have a threesome or something, or a couple different girls or whatever the hell you want, man. So you have all those different permutations. But yeah, yeah, when I was younger and I really wanted this badly. I wanted to make sure that I had the best outcomes possible for myself. Yeah, I was merciless with myself. I was kind to others, but I was merciless with myself. If I whatever was necessary. So if I had to get rejected 50 times in a night, that's cool. If I had, there's a situation when Owen and I, we were in Honolulu together, and we went to a tough club. Long story short, we approached, and I don't know, 45-ish girls, each one of us, about 45 sets together. And then nothing was really hooking hard, man. Nothing was, the girls. The thing is, it was a club full of foreigners, and they literally don't speak our language. There's a lot of Asian girls. I like Asian girls. Shout out to Asian girls. If you're listening to this, Derek at realsocialdynamics.com, DEREK at realsocialdynamics.com. Hit me up. Send pics. Now, back to that. Yeah, we went to this club called Pearl, and it's full of like a lot of Korean and Japanese tourists. Derek, DEREK at realsocialdynamics.com, or hit me up on IG at RST Derek. And we go hit on those girls, and like, they're like, oh, no, I can't. It wasn't happening, And when we hit on some of them several times, you go reopen the best ones. But I don't know. We would have talked to 40 something, 50 girls each, and it was miserable and it sucked. And normal dude would have went home. A normal guy would have gave up a long time ago. Probably wouldn't have approached anybody to begin with. But advanced dude, a lot of dudes would just go home and be like, man, it's not my night. We didn't do that. We just went to a different club, and we went to a little dive bar called Mad Dog Saloon, I believe. And yeah, we just, the first set, walked in there. First set, 2 Norwegian girls, boom, done. No drama, no frictions, done. So yeah, there's times where it's going to be tough, and that's a learning process. If you can't deal with some rejection, then you're going to deal with failure. A guy that can get rejected a lot and be persistent, that guy's going to have success. And if your emotions get in your way in the process, you go home and cry like a little bitch, like I did a couple times in my life. But in my darkest moment, in my weakest moment, it never occurred to me that I wasn't going to go out the next day and do it again. It didn't occur to me that I wasn't going to wake up tomorrow and try harder. So it never occurred to me. I never thought that I was going to stop. Never occurred to me that, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm done. I'm all washed up. Never occurred to me. So, that's the key part to have in your head, man. That's the key part. What else we got here? Carlos. What's good, Carlos? Best place for meeting high quality women. I tried things like acting classes and such, but haven't really found the quality of girls I would like. I don't drink and I don't really thrive in clubs. So I want to identify places where I can meet the highest quality women. All right. Look, man, it depends what you think is a high quality woman. Depends on your what type of person you are and what type of partner you want to have. I'm a nerd, so I need a girl who's well educated. I can't spend no time with a dumb person, man or woman. I don't spend time with dumbasses. I might spend time with young people that are ambitious, that they're not a super genius yet, but they're trying hard. That's a different situation. But a guy who's a dumbass or woman and they're not even trying, fuck them. It ain't for me. Shouldn't be for you. Now, segregate that though. Think through where are these people self-selecting to be? When I wanted to be around a bunch of smart nerds and shit, I made sure that I went to an Ivy League graduate school. I made sure that I went to the #1 graduate school in my area of interest, #1 in the world when I was there. When I wanted to meet other, different entrepreneurial people, etc., I met some of those in school, sure. But I also made sure that I've joined several entrepreneurial groups. I go speak at these events. I help people with their business life quite a lot. Um, I'm on the boards of several people's company. I invested in other companies with entrepreneurs. I'm well networked into that arena. You know, bottom line here is make sure you're living that sort of lifestyle. Like if you're like, if you're not living that way and you want something that's totally different than you, that's going to be trickier. But make sure that you're putting yourself in an environment where what are the type of girls that you would like. If you're saying the reason I say this nuance, Carlos, is because when you're like, well, I tried going to acting classes, blah blah blah, but it's are you into acting? Is that the type of thing that would be a natural fit for you, bro? So if obviously yoga, dance, stuff like that, those are places that girls sometimes frequent. Probably have a disproportionate amount of females versus males, but it'd be pretty weird for me to go to a yoga class. I don't mind stretching. I go to the gym. I was in the gym for an hour and a half today. I was in the gym for an hour and a half yesterday. Tomorrow's my day off. I'll be going the next 2 days after that. So it'd be fine for me to go to a gym. It'd be weird for me to go to a yoga class just because a bunch of girls are there. It'd be weird for me to go to some salsa dance just because a bunch of girls are there. But if you're into that sort of thing, if you're an artsy type person, which I am kind of, but not as much as a lot of guys, if you're an artsy type person, that's fantastic because it'd be a congruent fit for you if it's something that you're actually serious about. If you're just going there to meet girls, man, I don't know. I mean, it might get a short-term result, but it ain't gonna be the best thing. So really segment that in your own mind of like, what is the type of woman? Go through that 3 sacred questions guide where be very clear about who you are and what you want, and then who's the right type of person that would be the best companion for that life. Who are the best companions, meaning the type of women, your guy friends, your business partners, your colleagues or allies at work, your colleagues and allies in life. Go through that and get clear about question 3. And then wherever those people are, whatever your answer is to question 3, go there. Find out where those people are highly concentrated and go there. Adam, what is the best way to allocate your time between game and career business? I talked about the efficiencies, I talked about the efficiencies. You know what, Adam and everybody else, I would have had 20% of my net worth if I just focused on business alone. I spent a lot of time thinking about business. I spent 9 years in universities, primarily studying business, a lot of psychology and philosophy too, some communication. Dude, if I just would have studied business and I didn't go do this, so-called pickup thing, man, I think I would have about 20% of my net worth. And I might be lying to myself. It might be less than that. I might be wrong, but it wouldn't be more than 20%. And the things that I learned about negotiation, about psychology, about just human nature, and the biggest lesson you'll ever learn about psychology is about yourself. It's not about other people. The most important psychology lessons you're ever going to learn. It's not going to be about other people. It's going to be about the dumbass shit that me and you are doing ourselves. I say me included in that, because this is a lifelong study. It's not like, oh, I made it. You never made it. There's always something new to learn. So, yeah, I mean, it's the right balance. I don't want a balanced life. This ain't one of those type of questions. I get that from you, but when I hear these other people, they're like, Jared, how do I live a more balanced life? It's like, oh, you stay broke. That's how you stay broke and you get a mediocre bitch. That's what a balanced guy does. So if you want to have the best stuff, you want to have the best outcomes, you're going to have to do some better than average things, aren't you? If you want extreme outcomes, you're going to have to engage in a few extreme behaviors. If you want to have, excellent outcomes, exceptional outcomes, you're going to have to be an exceptional person. You have to do some things that other people wouldn't be willing to do. And, by that, all I mean is like, probably going to be a little sleep deprived, homie. Probably you're going to miss your mommy's birthday party because you're going to be working on your business instead. Probably one day you're going to wake up sick. You're going to have a little fever and you're going to go to the gym anyway. You're going to go to the club anyway. You're going to go take care of your career or your work anyway. But Derek, I didn't feel like it. What tough shit. You're going to have to do things you don't feel like doing because they're the right thing to do because you're disciplined and you're not a pussy. So, you're going to have, above average discipline. You're going to have be willing to engage in behaviors and do tough things that a mere mortal would never do. And the guys that don't do that, for people that don't do that, I got to thank those people because their life is going to suck compared to ours. Their life's going to be a pile of shit. Because the guys that are willing to do that, they're going to have a great life. They're going to have a fantastic life. The guys that aren't, we got to thank them for opting out. Thank them for settling for some scraps and bullshit when they could have had the shit that we're going to get. And that's just it. That's just it. It's a self-selection, man. So my best time, allocate your time between, women versus business or women versus your career. Go do both, and but be efficient at both. When you're focused on your business, it's business time, and when you're thinking about girls, you're going out to the club. That's titty time. It's not time to be serious and be such a nerd. That's your time to relax, be carefree. But carefree don't mean stand around like a fool. You don't have a minute to waste. You'll get in there, have a fun time, go clown around with some girls, go clown around with some more girls. As Owen would say, minimize time between interactions. As Derek would say, when you see an 8.5 or better, you got to go talk to her every time. That's the type of girl you want to date, and it's got to be a rule. You got to talk to every one of them. And just don't waste your time, man. There's probably a lot of time you're wasting hanging out with people that you think are your friends, hanging out with family members that you don't really need to. And I know a lot of people really like their family, and that's all good and everything. You know what? Your family would like you more if you was even more successful, man. Your family will look up to you even more. If you had a surplus of cash that you could buy them better Christmas gifts, they'll forgive you for missing that little fucking holiday. Okay. If you got a super dope ass girl in your life that's like exactly the type of girl to be a perfect fit for you and you're having a fantastic life, man, it's all right. Your mama understands. If she didn't want that for you, tell with her. Rookie Christian, what up? My wing felt weird about escalating with a girl as he was in front of a girl he had just opened. Told him he shouldn't have made out with her. He wants to hear it from you, Derek. Any recommendations? Yeah, Christian. I mean, I don't, do the girls feel bad? Like when you go talk to a woman, does she feel bad if she blows you off and talks to another man 1 second later? Do they seem remorseful? They say, "Oh, I must have hurt that poor bastard's feelings." So no, I mean, I'm not saying be mean to the girls or whatever. Just I don't think that. I'm very nice to girls, but the girls will indicate to you how you should behave or what's right or not right. What would a girl do? What would a hot girl do? Would a hot girl think anything of like, she met one dude in the club tonight and and it didn't work out, so now she's not going to talk to anybody else because the guys might judge her? Nah, she just do whatever she want, man. She just do whatever she wants. So yeah, tell your boy to do the same thing, man. Rookie Christian, when you're fucking your wingman, I'm talking to you, wingman. Do whatever you want, bro. Do whatever you want. Don't be so self-conscious. Don't be so self-conscious, homie. Alex, London, what's up? Take a boot camp. Do you have advice and insight to do other parts of success, such as business career during the boot camp process? And what would you expect from me when I sign up, running up to the boot camp date? Well, man, go through the 10 Commandments program. Obviously, you're already on it, and that'll tell you a lot of things that we'd be working on the program. I actually just added. Excuse me, I got a little cough today. Actually, today, a few hours ago, I added boot camp dates in London and Barcelona because all my shit in Europe is sold out all year, literally. So I'll be back in London and Barcelona. Go check out my schedule at rsdderek.com, rsdderek.com. Just go check out my schedule, dude, and come on the program. And the program's made that will help you get whatever the hell you want to figure out. That's what we're going to do. So I'll find out where you're at. I'll figure out how to help you. I'm going to type it in right here so it's easy for you. Bing, bing, bing. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, I'll find out where you're at on boot camp, what your current sticking points are, where you're at in your life, where you want to be in your life. And yeah, super easy, bro. But yeah, check out the schedule. I believe London and Barcelona just got added. And get your ass on, grab one of those seats. If you want to, you can wait list for a different program. You can get on a wait list, but nobody's allowed on my wait list unless you have a confirmed seat on a different program. So you have to have a confirmed seat on one program. And then if you wish to, you can put yourself on a wait list for a different program. And, occasionally something comes up and a guy can't come, So there's some, he died in a fiery crash and he writes me an email about it. He's like, bro, I'm dead. Sorry, I can't make it. or they get married. Like actually, sometimes I just got one of those this week. Dude's like, I came on your boot camp before. I signed up for another one, and in the meantime, I got married. And in which case, I'm like, bring your wife, man. But in any case, occasionally there's an issue comes up. Somebody has a serious injury or something, they can't come, or they turn pussy and something, So yeah, get yourself on a confirmed seat. The boot camp self-sustaining, man. You don't have to. You're doing the prep work. Go through the 10 Commandments things. Take it seriously. Do the exercises. In every commandment, there's an exercise for you to do. Do those exercises. Realize what I said. The second thing I say in every commandment is what will happen if this commandment is disobeyed. If you don't want that type of outcome, that shit's not just a joke. Pay attention to it. If you want to avoid those type of outcomes, pay attention to the content. Do those exercises. And when you come see me in person, we're going to get you in fantastic shape. And I tell everybody, when you come on boot camp, you don't get what you want. Derek Boot Camp is not. This is not a warm service where you get what you want. It's called fucking boot camp. It's not called day camp for little bitches. It's not called Derek's assistant holds your dick and leads you to a chubby girl or something. Like, you don't get what you want, bro. You're gonna leave on Sunday. But the only metric that I care about is your results. I don't give a shit about your feelings. All I care about is your results. So yeah, if you're the type of guy that's you want serious outcomes, you want to live the best life possible, I'm going to give you a solid game plan and a lot of structure on how to get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. And that's what we do, What we got here? Oh, this is a tricky name. IAMSOL. I'm gonna go Amsel, but I might be fucking it up. Sorry, bro. Change your name if you don't like it. Then Western people are gonna have a hard time. Man from India who has not done cold approach in clubs. Where should I start from? Day game in the streets or club game? How many days should I go out to clubs in a week? Dude, you clearly didn't go through the program. Follow the damn program. This is clear. This is covered. This is covered in depth. Best advice for 18-year-old still in high school, Thor. Yeah, man, it's awesome. Shout out to you, Thor. If you're, and anybody else, you're 18, 19, 20, and you're learning this stuff. That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. I wish I got involved in this when I was like 22. I was pretty serious when I was 23. And man, I wish that would have happened earlier. I wish I was fucking 13. I started getting a boner at 13. Why didn't I learn about this stuff at 13, So yeah, I think it's awesome. Advice is keep at it, bro. It's like, get the best mentors, get the best coaches. Don't waste your time when you're young. And man, dude, like you won't believe what you could do in the next 10 years. Not just in pickup stuff. Like, this is like a 1-year process. Guys that are serious, I get them through this in 1 year to the point you're not even thinking about it. You just got hot girls, regularly and for the rest of your life. But in 10 years time, man, you get this shit figured out while you're still a teenager, 18, 19, and then you finish in your university, get money, man, build a fantastic career or build a fantastic business. It's like, you wouldn't believe, dude, how good your life can be just a decade from now. When I was your age, my life was a mess. I was broke. I was poor as fuck. My family was a mess. And, I was 11 years older than you when I had my first $1 million. I had my first legit $1 million net worth. And I thought that was, if somebody told me when I was 18 that like 11 years later things would have turned out that way, I would have thought they were crazy. But you just chip away at it a little bit, man. A little bit here, a little bit there, every day. And you get whatever you want, bro. So don't waste your time. Best advice for an 18-year-old, don't waste your time, man. Make sure every moment got to count. Every moment. Gabriel. Derek, in your opinion, what is the very best city for game, not only in the U.S., but in the whole world? Which city is best in your experience? Man, if you look at my schedule, it's real clear, man. It's like, I love Las Vegas. I love going to fucking New York City. I spend a lot of time in New York. Spend a lot of time in Vegas. There's a reason for that, That wasn't accidental. That wasn't just like, I just go here just randomly. So, I've been in 60-something countries. I met girls all around the damn world. And here, let me just type this shit in so my schedule is easy for you guys. There you go. I met girls all around the world, man. But, the most fun city where you can go out, you're going to get your ass kicked psychologically. It's going to be tormenting. Yeah, it's going to be taxing. And it's going to feel so exhilarating, though, that you're going to go back again and again. Go to Las Vegas, man. Go to Las Vegas. You're going to have such an experience here. If you can do this in Las Vegas, you can do it all around the world, man. If you can do this in New York City regularly, if you can go to Manhattan, it's one of the most competitive cities in the entire world. If you can go to Manhattan and regularly have fantastic women, and there's a lot of them there. There's a high concentration, but the competition is also high. And those cities are fantastic. London's really dope. I've been shout out to Europe. Spend 3 months of my year in Europe every year. I just got back a week and a half ago, and a lot of great cities in Europe. Really love London. Amsterdam's fantastic. I love going to Amsterdam. So yeah, man, fucking come fuck with it. You want some help? Come with me. But I'm in Vegas all the time. I'm in New York all the time. Love it, man. Love it. The best. Yeah, it'll be frustrating at times, but when you fucking get the rhythm down there, and then when you go somewhere else, it's like slow motion. It's like when I'm fucking mock this day game shit a little bit. Nothing wrong with day game. Nothing wrong with day game, but that's something you do after you mastered the nightclub. After you master the nightclub, then you go do your little day game, and it'll be easy and it'll be fantastic. But yeah, man, um, get the nightclubs down. Go check out Vegas or New York. Come with me sometime if you want. Go check out my schedule. Dream life would be, Carlos says, my dream life would have 2 or 3 steady girlfriends at the same time. Best way to sell them on the idea, bro. You heard what I said earlier. We're not convincing her. We're not persuading her. We're not selling her. So invite her to the opportunity. You and a beautiful girl are already together, and you invite another girl to come fuck you as a couple, to come spend time with you as a couple. You're not selling her shit. You're inviting her to a cool opportunity, man. David, another question about like the same type of girls I do. Where do you find educated white and Asian girls? Man, put Hong Kong, Singapore, New York, Las Vegas. Love it. Love it. Man, Singapore is so underrated. Singapore and Hong Kong are both so underrated. I love going to Asia. And then there's some guys. I like Asian girls myself. I really like white girls and Asian girls. Um, Occasionally a little other variety. But you know, some people say like, Derek, I don't like Asian girls. I don't like the Asian girls, Derek. I don't like them. Cool, bro. Guess what? When you go to Hong Kong, it's full of fucking European models. When you go to Hong Kong, you see a bunch of fucking European models. And you're like, I don't like the Asian girls. Well, no, cool, bro. Then that's fine. Leave them for me. Leave them for me and fucking and David over here. We're gonna take care of all the hot Asian girls. Don't worry about it. But in Hong Kong, Singapore, there's all these fucking there's a lot of pretty Asian girls for sure. Of course, it's fucking Asia, but it's also there's a lot of like European models. These are like world cities. These are global cities. And I go there a couple times a year. I think they're super underrated. I don't know. It's unimaginable to me how I even have I have 1 seat left on my Singapore program. It's unimaginable how it's still open because everything else is sold out around it. What else we got? Samuel says he loves me. Samuel, I hope you mean that in a good way. But thank you. Thank you, assuming you do. What else we got? Frederick. Anything you would change if looking for a wife instead of just a bang, says Fred Yick. What up, Fred? Um, Man, no, it's the same screening, man. I don't want to spend with any girl. I'm not going to spend time with any girl that, the only thing I would change is, she has to get more of those metrics. Look, the Ten Commandments of game is not a program about, idealism, man. It's a very pragmatic program. Like, how do you get the shit that you want in life? Not just women, but how do you get the things you want in life? How do you build the type of life that you want to live, man? And with this difference between the girl that you would date or marry versus a girl that you just want to have sex with, like, well, she should, either one, you should be having fun together, should be a good time. But obviously, a girl that you want to have a long-term relationship with, marriage or otherwise, a long-term relationship, well, you have to be more compatible. Just make sure that you're screening harder. Make sure that you're extremely, extremely compatible, so you don't have a lot of troubles later, man. Samuel, we're all capable of greatness. What up, Samuel? What else we got here? refresh. Okay, there's a little buffering problem a little bit ago. Sounds like that's fixed. Liam, I have a date with a girl I made out with in the club, but she also made out with another guy. However, I drove her and her friend home at the end of the night. But I feel a bit like it showed, but I'm pretty confident in the whole, or in the only one that got her, that you're the only one that got her number. I texted and had a great conversation. My question is based on Commandment 2. I don't want a girl that makes out with other guys, but she certainly had no commitment to me, so I don't want to judge her either. A little caught in the middle. I'd like to see where it goes instead of just letting it go. It's been a while for me. Bro, I got to take a sip of water before this one. Liam, look, man, you want a girl, so you want a girl that fucking fucks you like a champ, gives great blowjobs, probably rubs your back and shit too if you're like me, and make sure there's plenty of fucking bacon on your cheeseburger. But you also like her to be a virgin or some shit. Never made out with a guy. Never kissed another man. What if she held somebody's hand before? What if she held her father's hand? Is she dirty now? Has she been contaminated? Like, man, don't be a chode, bro. It's like, what do you think these girls been doing? That you can't be judging the girls. I address this in depth in Commandment 8. There's a segment on this in Commandment 8. Like, when you're judgmental about the girl, bro, you're judgmental about her past, or like, she just went out to have a good time, man. She just went out to have fun. So she had fun with that dude, and she had some fun with you too. So what? So what? It's like, if you ask a different type of question, if you're like, Derek, she just had sex with 3 men, unprotected, and I'm thinking about eating her pussy. Is this a good idea? Well, I'd have to tell you a clear no. And that's a hygiene issue, okay? There's a medical reason for that, sir. But yeah, man, don't, cool, she kissed some dude. All right, whatever. Oh, she's holding hands with some dude. Cool, whatever. Like, that's if you're going to be judgmental about those little things, you have a real hard time. You don't have a real hard time getting with a girl if you're going to be judgmental about those little things, man. All right, John from Manhattan. Loving the program, massive value and results. Results have been multiplying. When unapologetically and authentically engaging with the girl, what is your philosophy on calibration of your personality to be relatable? How much, or if at all, do you calibrate your personality / humor for it to be relatable to her before it becomes inauthentic to who you truly are? That's a lifestyle call, John. And what's going to happen there? Ask yourself this question, and this would be a good answer for the question that you posed, is how much management do you want to do on the back end? So after you screened in girls who weren't actually compatible with you, when you let girls get in there that you probably shouldn't really be hanging out with too much, probably not a great fit, really, how much management do you want to deal with on the back end? That's your real question. You might not identify it that way, but that's your real question. It's like, well, do I want a girl that has, we have a very sincere and authentic natural fit, that we're extremely compatible together, and then there's like almost no management on the back end? You like literally she's texting and calling you, and you're just like solving logistics, and you're like, yeah, I'm available tonight. Like, yeah, please stop over after work. We'll have fun. It'd be great. Stop over. I'll make dinner. Or, yeah, I'll come over. Yeah, I've got time to come over. You can make dinner. Or, hey, let's go meet for this or that. Or, walk on the fucking High Line, or take a walk in Central Park or whatever, bro. So yeah, it just depends on that. Like, do you want to be, or, or then you're dealing with a situation. The other side is like that you cast a broader net and you're more relatable, which also means you're less attractive overall because you're fitting in more. So you're fitting in more, and you might think to yourself, well, I'm fitting in more. I'm casting a broader net. I'll be more appealing to a broader audience. Now, a lot of girls will have a conversation with you, but less of them are going to go have sex with you, actually. So you could learn to be a social chameleon, but you're going to deal with the ones that you do have sex with. You're going to have a weaker bond. There's a much higher probability that she's going to be having sex with other men, and jealous. You'd be jealous like Liam of like, oh God, like 2 other men came in her this week. Oh goodness. So you'd be dealing with some of that when it was totally avoidable, when you could have had a girl that was just infatuated with you. So it depends on that. Like, do you want the girl to be seeing several guys, or do you want her to be so excited about you that she just like, you're like, no, like that's my dude. Like I'm gonna get that dude. And she's like going out of her way trying to romance you, trying to game you up, trying to keep you around, man. So that's the trade off you're looking at, you know? That's the main trade off. I don't want to deal with management problems. I'm not going to deal with any management. So a girl I'm going to spend time with, she's got to be cool. She's got to be with it. No management problems for me. No thanks. No thanks. Carl, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the shout outs. Martin, at what age do you think women are at their sexual prime? I mean, the numbers, I don't know about this because I don't mess with no old women, but the studies I've read about it says that women right before menopause they want the most sex at that time, that they're most eager to have a lot of sex at that time. So that might be something that somebody else might want to go explore. What do I think she's at her prime? No, it's a combination of her age. I mean, of course, I like younger women, but the whole world does. Okay, everybody on all men prefer women. All the studies on this, the statistics say that if a man gets divorced and remarried, his second wife tends to be younger than his first wife. And guess what? If he gets divorced again and remarried a third time, his third wife tends to be younger than either of the first two, and so on. So I think men have a preference biologically for younger women. I think it's a subjective thing, though, man. If she's attractive to you, you like her personality, you get along good, you think she's very attractive. If she's a good catch for you, if you're a good catch for her, and she treats you right, yeah, don't be too judgmental about that, man. Just do what's good. Do what feels good for you, man. What do we got? Some of these are repeats. You guys kept reposting. Zaya, what up? Thanks so much. Zaya says, thanks so much for making 10 Commandments a game, Derek. It's the dating product I always wished existed, and I think the last one I'll ever need to watch. There's no better or more comprehensive guidance for this area. Thanks, man. Dude, Zaya, send me, all of you, send me a little shout out. Just make a little audio or video recording. Send it to my email. Let me add my email up top here. I don't want a bunch of random messages, okay, guys? So here, 1 second. Let me type this shit in. So we got and I'm putting in the website again, and I'm also putting in my email so you can send these testimonials of the program so I can get you entered so you can come have dinner with me, man. DEREK at Real Social Dynamics.com. So rstderek.com for the website. Derek at realsocialdynamics.com for your entries for the testimonials. Okay, send your testimonials up there, guys. They don't have to be long. It can be like a lot of guys are sending me anything from like 2 to 5 minutes. Some overachiever sent me a 45-minute thing. I don't have time to listen to 45 minutes. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure there's a lot of content in there. I don't have time in my life to listen to 45 minutes. I can talk to a couple hundred men like this on a webinar for 45 minutes, but I can't listen to one person's content for that amount of time. So I strongly advise, something between 1.5 to 5 minutes. 2 minutes is great. Send me 2 minutes of, what did you like about the program? How did it help you? What did it clarify? What are the pain points or troubles that you were suffering with that this is helping you out with, man? Or success stories. That's fantastic too. A lot of guys have wrote me fantastic success stories already. So yeah, just set up set up a little microphone or just record it on your damn telephone and send me 1 minute, 2 minute little testimonial like that. And I'll get you entered for this dinner thing. I'm going to pick 3 guys for that again. On this Friday, I'm going to pick 3 more guys, and then I'm going to start calling you guys, and you're going to get a phone call. So if you're serious about that, submit your testimonial. Let me fucking hit you up on Friday for the winners, and I'm going to personally call you and invite you to dinner. to whatever phone number RSD has on file for you. So do it. Take tonight. I'm going to look at those Thursday. If it's not in my inbox Thursday night, it didn't count. So before I go to sleep on Thursday, have them submitted by midnight on Thursday. Midnight on Thursday, like Los Angeles time, Las Vegas time, PST. And I'm going to pick 3 more out of there. So come with. Next, Ben says, thoughts on how to minimize neediness in the club. I created a program about that, Ben. It's called the 10 Commandments of Game. And it's going to tell you, how to get rid of anxiety, how to know who you are, know what you want, know who the right type of person for you, and step by step, 50 hours of content that you just got to review on how to have the best life possible and not have this neediness. So it shouldn't even be minimized neediness. It should be like, minimized to 0. It should be like no neediness. It should be like, replace neediness with confidence. Replace your neediness with confidence. So don't worry about it. Just do that. Max says, how many plates are you putting up on leg presses these days? Bros, most machines can't hold enough plates. And I don't mean that in a cocky way. I just have super strong legs and they're well developed. I just had leg day yesterday. I put up like 500 kilos, 1,100 pounds. I do that 7 times if I'm jet lagged, maybe 9 times if I'm feeling well rested and frisky. So I'm on it. You got to go to the gym, man. If you ain't going to the gym 4 days a week, I don't know. You got to go to the club 3 days a week minimum. 3 days a week minimum. 4 days a week in the gym, 4 nights a week in the club would be better. Maurice, when do you decide to drop a girl you've been seeing for a while? Maurice, if you're thinking about getting rid of her, get rid of her. That's it. No more complicated than that. If you're thinking that it's not the right girl, it's not. There's a better one for you. Go find her. And you know what? Your life is going to be better, and her life is going to be better. You're both going to be better off. Get rid of the wrong one. Go get yourself a better one. Get yourself a brand new girl. Treat you real good, man. What up, Bryce? Hey, what up, D? Can't wait to roll in the club with you in Vegas. Bryce. What's good, man? Fucking look forward to seeing you, man. I love Vegas. Are you Bryce from New Zealand? Bryce from which Bryce are you? I know a couple of Bryces, but both of them are cool. So whichever one I'm thinking of, look forward to seeing you there, bro. What week are you on fucking boot camp? Give me a little text above. What week are you coming? Paul, hi Derek. I live in Silicon Valley. When I travel to Europe and Asia, I go out to bars and clubs. If I approach around 20 women, I usually have about 1 in 20 women interested in me. But here in Silicon Valley and the rest of the Bay Area, every bar and club is a massive sausage fest, often around a 6-to-1 male-female ratio. Most of the women are in groups with guys, often their boyfriends. What can I do to improve his game? What can a guy do to improve his game if he's in Silicon Valley / the Bay Area? Like, Paul, I feel for you, man. I addressed this earlier, and maybe you weren't on the webinar at the time, but dude, it's rough there, man. Move. My sincere advice is, if I was living there, I would move. And if I understand if you're living in Silicon Valley, you probably have a very good income. That's a stereotype, but it happens to be true because fucking everything's expensive. Rents are high, everything's high, man. So you probably got a good income. You know what, man? There's a place called Manhattan where women really like a guy like you. There's places called London, Singapore, Hong Kong, where they also have a lot of very high paying jobs with women that would love to spend time with a guy like you, man. So I don't know, just we could talk about some shit. We could talk about what do I do? Well, you could follow the program and make the best of it, but the best of it is like this. You're like, well, Derek, I have a good income. I'm well educated. I have a good income. Yeah, move, bro. That means you can move. It means you can go get a good income in New York. It means you can get a good income in any major world city, So move, man. Get away from that. It's like, when you say well, Derek, it's not as bad as this place or that place. Okay, maybe there's a couple places somewhere that are worse. I don't know where. Maybe some third world shit would be worse. But homie, you're when people try to defend San Francisco or the Bay Area to me, I was like, oh, so in Dante's Inferno, I believe he describes something like 7 layers of hell, 7 levels of hell. And you're like, well, this place and that place are worse. All right, homie, there's 2 places that are worse, but you're still in the 5th layer of hell, dude. You're still in hell. Leave. Go somewhere where you're going to be appreciated. Go somewhere where you're going to be respected, where a high quality woman is going to be with it, bro. Ryan says, Hi, Derek. Loving the Ten Commandments, again, especially the Conquering Cockblocks Bible. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that book, sir. Very proud of the Conquering Cockblocks Bible. I hope it's useful to you. Thanks for the shout out, Ryan. Zach, RSD boot camps, blah blah blah. If you're serious, come on boot camp, man. My schedule is right up top there. If you're serious about boot camp, do it now. Don't do it later. Jose, hey Derek, what's your position on paying for girls' food, drinks, etc. on dates? Some girls make an effort to pay for themselves or offer to pay the next time, which is awesome and deserves to be rewarded. But some have an entitled expectation that guys are just going to pay for everything, which probably comes from club promoters giving them free shit. I'm not trying to impress girls this way, and definitely not trying to buy their love or attention. Um, I feel this hard screening might be pushing away some of the potential leads, though. It's not that I can't afford to show a pretty girl a good time. It's just principle that really bothers me. Thoughts? Well, Jose, this is another one that I must have a drink of water for, sir. Um, I don't. I mean, you kind of touched on it pretty good, honestly, man. It's like I don't know. I don't mind paying for stuff. I've spent a small fortune taking friends out to dinner, taking business people out to dinner, um, taking girls I know well, taking them out to dinner. That's cool. But my rule of thumb is like you can't pay for a woman's attention. It's like you have to do it because you were going to go do it anyway, and you're inviting her to come with. So when I'm thinking about a restaurant, I don't really like middle class food. I don't go to like the middle of the road restaurants. I either go to like some baller fancy shit, like some steak or seafood, high end steak or seafood, or my other favorite foods is like, man, I just ate two tacos right before I started talking with you fellas. I just had two tacos and it cost like $4, man, and they taste so good. And it just depends what kind of mood I'm in. I might eat an expensive steak or I might eat fucking $4 in tacos. And I'll feel pretty happy either way. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in today. I'll eat whatever I want to eat. So I just think about it like that. It's like, I'm not trying to impress the girl. I'm not trying to be like, hey babe, fucking, let me pay for your attention. Let me fucking buy you something. I don't give a shit what she thinks. Uh, Something like a $6 fucking Mexican restaurant is really inexpensive. So yeah, I'm not trying to impress the girl. I don't give a shit what she thinks. Is like I'm gonna eat something that I wanted to eat, and I'm gonna invite her along. And that's the real thing, man. So do what I'm gonna pay for it. She's coming with. I'm gonna pay. There's things that she's gonna do for me, but I don't expect a girl to. Not that she's entitled to anything, but I'm just inviting her to my life, and as my guest, she's my guest in my life. So I'm gonna pay for that shit, and that's what's up. That's how it's gonna be. Other guys in here say, uh, why do guys go OCD over day game? Fuck day game, etc. Whatever. Nah, don't fuck day game, man. Day game's cool, man. Meet a girl wherever she's at. Meet her wherever she's at, and wherever hot girl is, go say hi. Don't worry about it. All right, this is an awkward moment, but I've talked to you fellas for 2 hours, and I'm drinking coffee and water over here, and the moment has come. The moment has come where I have to go piss. So you can choose to hang out for about 90 seconds in an awkward silence, and then I'm gonna come back and chat with you some more. So if you're still here, I'm happy to spend there's a lot more questions. I'm gonna answer your question. Hang tight for a minute, but nature calls. I'll be right back. Sweet. So, oh, that's hilarious. I go take a leak, and there's more people on here now than there was 90 seconds ago when I go take a leak. So let me fill you in what you missed. Bunch of dope shit that happened earlier. And also, after 2 hours of talking, I had to take a leak, guys. So I just did. So I'm good for another while with you fellas. Let's see what's up here. So Eric says, how do you play out a first date with a stripper and her friend? That sounds like a threesome or a kidney theft. One of two things is going to happen, Eric. Either you're going to have a threesome or one of these bitches is going to dope you up and rob you or something. That's the only two ways that this is going to play out. Johan, any tips on combining the building of a business empire with going out daily, especially looking from the be obsessed or be average perspective? Have a hard time combining both. Yeah, man, that book is good, actually. That's Grant Cardone's book, Be Obsessed or Be Average. I've read that book. It's a good book. But I addressed this earlier, really. Listen to a replay if you need to, but I addressed it earlier in depth of you're gonna make sacrifices of other things. You don't get to do 30 things. You just don't get to go do my boss is gonna be happy with me, and my daddy is gonna be happy with me, and my third cousin's brother, that motherfucker is gonna be happy. Gives a fuck, man. You gotta cut the shit and pick the two things you're serious about. You want beautiful women, you want to do good financially, go do that, man. And after you got both of them handled, you can try some other shit. You go try whatever other hobbies or whatever you want to be really good at. But trying to do 30 things half-ass, it means it's going to turn out real bad, man. It's going to turn out real bad. You're not going to have the best possible life or the best possible outcome. So fuck that. What we got here, Ralphie. Hey, Derek, how do you transition from funny guy to the same guy, but that fucks? Man, I enjoy it. I'm not there to make her laugh. Let's make sure we understand what a funny guy is. It's like, you're not there to make her laugh, man. You're there to entertain yourself. You're there to have fun. It should be from the beginning. She should understand that you're talking to her because you think she's attractive, and you're interested that if things work out right, if she likes you too, and you have enough commonalities and enough fun together, of course you go fuck later. That's what people do, man. Some people have this misconception that sex is supposed to be some abnormal thing. Sex ain't supposed. It's a natural thing that everybody wants to do. Women around the world are masturbating right now, and dudes are too. They wish they had a good sex partner. They wish they had a good sex partner. Just help her accomplish her goals, man. She don't want to fuck just any guy, but she'd like to fuck the right guy. She'd have a great time with the right man, So let her know from the beginning that you're there, you're interested in her, you find her physically attractive, you're interested in sex, and then just have your own fun in front of her and invite her to come along. And when you find that right girl that you have good fitment, you're gonna be fucking dope, man. You're gonna hit it. Liam, 10 Commandments game has certainly changed my life. Thank you so much for developing this. Very clear, very focused, amazing. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. What else we got here? We got some strippers. We got Isaiah. What's up? Wanted to say thanks for the program. I was at your VIP tour last week, and I'll admit I'm excited. This program has already begun changing the direction of my life in small ways, but I know myself, and with this type of direction, soon the impact will be major. So thanks. What up, Isaiah? Thanks, man. Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate it. Dude, instead of typing that shit here, make sure you send it to my email, audio or video format. If you want to enter to come to dinner, if you want to enter for a $6,000 boot camp for free, at least 10 people are going to come to dinner. I'm going to invite at least 10 people. I'm thinking about doing it fucking more. I'm thinking about doing more. And I'm a dumbass who likes to over deliver. So I'm thinking about doing 2 dinners. I'm not promising that, but I'm going to invite at least 10 people to dinner. I only picked 3 so far. I'm going to pick 3 more right after this shit. You guys are going to submit your audio or video testimonial to my email, which is above right there, derek@realsocialdynamics.com. So just make like a little 1 or 2 minute thing, man, like a little 2 minute thing about what you liked in the program, what are the things that helped you the most, etc., and how it's changed your life in some way. And submit that shit so you're eligible for dinner. I appreciate you writing on here, telling me such a kind compliment. I appreciate it. but make sure you write it. Make sure you provide that audio or video, so you're officially entered. And at least 10 of you are going to come to dinner with me, and at least one person is going to come on New Year's fucking boot camp and be an observer on a $6,000 fucking program. What else we got here? John, laughter, Charles. Dude, after doing club game on the weekend, is supernatural for me to strike up a conversation with a girl at the grocery store. For sure, Charles. For sure. Totally agree. For sure. A lot of guys don't get that. They want it to be, I don't know. It's like they say, oh, it's different environment. It's supposed to be harder. No, bro, it's easier. But the thing is then these guys, not you. You guys are too smart for this. But simps. There's a lot of simps out there that listen to my Brandon Carter interview. If you don't know what a simp is, it's on the 10 Commandments. One of the bonuses. You all have it. Simps. There's a lot of simps out there that think that fucking, I'm going to go do my day game. I'm going to do my little day game halfway, and I'll just get a girl like that. And like, all right, bro, but you're not going to get the best one you could have had. You might have a girl, maybe. Might have a girl. It ain't going to be the best girl you could have had. Like, go lift the weights in the gym. Go hit on the girls in the club. And then when you go out in the rest of the world, it's going to be real easy to lift shit. It's going to be real easy to go talk to the girls, just like Charles said. Cyril. Hey, Derek, can't wait to see you on the upcoming boot camp in Zurich. What up, Cyril? Joel. Hey, Derek, what's good, bro? Quick question. What are some mind hacks for hesitation, or what's the other? Hesitation or nervousness? It's in the program, man. Check out the program. You obviously haven't looked at the program. It'd be very clear. Jacob, 10 Commandments game is legendary. Sean's a fucking dog. You guys built one hell of a program. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it. I was just with Sean a few days ago. Sean and I were hanging out this weekend, and I only get to see him a few times per year now. He used to travel with me everywhere. But yeah, Sean's my good friend. We just had dinner a couple nights ago together, and Sean's dope, man. Zach, thanks for the advice. Very insightful. Some more thank yous from various men, from Samuel, Brandon, Sebastian, John, Powell again. My first RSD program was a blueprint. It gave me a lot of help to deal with past misconceptions of traumas. Your program is very comprehensive, but which other RSD programs do you consider is very complementary to it? The other program, if you only buy one program, definitely buy the 10 Commandments a game. But also, another program that I think is really good is Resonator. Jeffy's Resonator program is dope. This vocal projection thing, if you have a little bit of problem, if you have the slightest problem with your vocal projection, you got to go get the Jeffy's Resonator program. It's not even that expensive. For the guys that, if you're on my Brotherhood program, you can buy it for fucking half price. So it's in a little collaborations area. You can find it on my Brotherhood website. If you're a member, you can buy it for half price. Go check it out. Ethan, pimping is real. It certainly is, sir. Scott, what clubs and lounges do you recommend in Manhattan? Scott, you can imagine that I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not sure why you asked it. I go to Manhattan a dozen times a year, and I would never talk about that. Ethan, how any autistic people who got good at game? Do I know any autistic people that got good at game? I'm really good at nerd stuff, but I have a lot of trouble with having and making myself laugh. So yeah, bro. I mean, I'm not saying this to make fun, but Owen talks about having like some slight autism, and he's fantastic. Owen's one of the guys that I respect most in that area. I've had many clients that have they're somewhere on like a autistic spectrum. They're high functioning people in most areas, but they just have a little more difficulty reading social cues. They need somebody to explain things or give them some context so they can navigate the world better and get better results. I had one guy that was like a straight up Asperger's guy, which is very difficult. And, I still helped him get a lot of results. I've seen him, meet girls, have a good time, and, continue that good time and have sex with the girls. Several times I've seen him do that. So he came on 3 boot camps with me, got his 2 observer spots for free, got his Brotherhood gold level for free. And he's serious. He's a very focused guy, doing very well in his life. But yeah, man, he just had Asperger's. It's not his fault, but he just went and made the best of it, and he's doing tremendously better. And like most people with his type of a um, disability, if you want to say, most people have a disability like that. They just they suck and they're fucked. And he went and made the best of it, and he's doing really great. So yeah, if you're having some light or mild problems, is no excuse at all. And even if you have serious problems in that area, I can help you. That's what we do. Like, quite literally what I do. Luis, thank you, Derek. Your program is the best investment I've done for myself. Um, I'm finally finding great clarity about what I need to do now and how to reach the levels of success I'm after. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Samuel, same here, Lewis. Spent 1K on the payments, but I had to get it. And now that I have it, my life is changing so much for the better. We're on a path to make the world better. Thanks, bro, man. I can't tell you guys enough. I get too emotional, but I can't tell you guys enough that, like, I'm so flattered by the amount of positive comments and the testimonials people have sent me, the just the kind words they sent me in DMs, etc. I'm so flattered by that it's something I spent a lot of my life thinking about this topic, damn near half my life. And man, one of my greatest satisfactions is helping my clients go live a better life themselves and not have to have the troubles and the frustrations that I had or that Owen had. And man, it means the world to me when I hear those little shout outs. And I don't need my ass kissed, or I don't have a big ego about none of that type of stuff. I don't really, my personality doesn't thrive on that at all. But when I see that I sincerely help somebody in this area that I struggled so much with myself, and that a lot of my friends struggled with, man, I feel so good about that. And it really means a lot to me, man. So thank you for those kind words. William says he got into a relationship with a girl who was very positive. She had bad upbringing and got over a lot of trauma, so was also very into spirituality. She switched jobs recently, and I've noticed her increase of bitching or complaining about other people or situations, and her increased stress in life. Spiritual part of her is definitely lacking from when I met her, and she's become a lot more reactive over unnecessary problems that I laugh at. She finds it offensive when I don't take it seriously. Do I help her become aware of it? I do help her become aware of it, but it feels hard to help someone get out of the shitty mindset. Curious on your thoughts of the situation. Much love, man. I don't know, man. Does she want to help herself? I had a couple of girls I dated that they got a lot of problems, and everybody has their little childhood trauma, and some of them are serious traumas. Everybody thinks their problem is serious, Every asshole thinks that their problem is real serious. Some of them are serious, man. Some of them are, it's really unfortunate. A lot of children are abused. High percentage of children have some form of verbal or physical or sexual abuse, and that's a shame. But when you were a kid, I had a lot of, I got smacked around as a kid, and some verbal abuse, some physical abuse, and I thought it was really bullshit. Honestly, I had a lot of troubles as a kid. I really hated it, frankly. But as an adult, is that your mommy's fault? Is that your daddy's fault? Your stepdad? Is it his fault when you're a fucking adult, bro? Like, if somebody treated you bad when you were a kid, that's their fault. If you were a little kid and somebody fucking smacked you around or did something fucked up to you, that's their fault, man. That's fucked up on their part. But man, I don't know, if you're an adult, like, ain't it your responsibility to fucking get over that shit? Ain't it your responsibility to try to heal yourself and go live the best fucking life possible? So that's how I think. So when I see somebody else that they had this trauma or that trauma, I'm empathetic about that. I had some of that shit myself. And, I met people that, most of my close friends had a tumultuous childhood one way or another. A lot of girls I dated had some problems in their childhood one way or another. But that's the key to me, is like, does this motherfucker want to get over this shit and actually do better? Or do they just want to bitch and complain? Because I can't hang out with somebody that wants to bitch and complain. They got to go do that by themselves. So that's what losers do. Loser. That's what losers do. Loser. So if they want to bitch and complain, they can go hang out with the fucking losers, and their life's going to be a pile of shit. If they want to fucking make their life better and they want to be a team player with me and we can go do something together. That's great, man. I like people like that because that's a person who's going to be motivated. That's a person who they're going to have better outcomes. They have better ways to brighter days. So that's what's important, man. If they don't want to fucking make their own life better, fuck them. If she's serious, if she wants some help and she's willing to change if you're not willing to change your thoughts, how would your behaviors change? If you don't change your thoughts, you'd never change your behaviors. You got to learn something new, and then you got to take action on it. If you keep taking action on the thoughts you currently have, you're going to have the outcomes that you've been currently getting. If you want to have better outcomes, you got to change some of your thoughts so you can change some of your behaviors. If you would have engaged in some different behaviors, you're going to have different outcomes. So you can have higher quality thoughts, you can engage in higher quality behaviors, then you can have high quality outcomes. And the thing is, most people either are too fucking stupid or not disciplined enough to actually do that shit. So they don't even love themselves enough to invest in themselves like you do. Don't even love themselves enough to invest in themselves, and then they want to complain about how their life is. Well, I just think that sounds dumb as shit. That just sounds, it's a definition of stupid. So yeah, man. See that, if she wants to change, make her life better, that's great. If she don't worry about her. Let her drop her off at the next bus stop. Let her she can move into a trailer park or get on with some other loser so you can go have the best life possible. What up? Thank you for all the value, Alec. Thanks, Alec. Samuel, how are you? So wonderful. I think Samuel complimented me earlier too. Samuel's trying to he's giving me some IOIs or something, man. Like, I ain't really that way, man, but maybe I'm missing out, Samuel. But maybe I'm missing out. But I'm good, man. I hope you're doing good too, bro. Alex, thanks, Derek. Much appreciated. Martin says, what are your thoughts about gaming in college? Any differences? Man, I'd be careful. I think of like college today. Don't be fucking around on campus, man. Just be cool on campus. Look, man, when I was in college, I didn't go there to hit on girls, man. I know that's going to hurt somebody's feelings on here, but when I was in college, I went there because I wanted to have education. I wanted to get A's in every class. I had very high GPA, but I didn't get an A in every class, but I had a 3.83 when I graduated. So I had about 5 A's for every B. Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't worried about girls, bro. And, I'm a nerd. So even when I went to like a couple of frat parties, I only went to a couple the whole time. And when I went to a couple of frat parties and I literally seen dudes like, taking a goldfish out of a swimming pool and swallowing it with beer. I just found that unrelatable. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, man. So maybe I'm too stiff or something, but I had a lot more parties in the aftermath because I was serious. I had my grades right. I had my business right. And I had a lot of fucking parties since then, bro. I've been invited quite literally to some of the best parties in the world. Playboy parties and Maxim parties and a lot of private shit that doesn't have any name recognition, but it's fantastic. It's some best shit in the world. So I don't know, man. I think when you're in college, go get an education. You got this crazy political correct environment right now where, girls, if a girl gets angry with you for some reason and says some fucked up shit, you might get kicked out of college. Even if you didn't do nothing wrong, I would definitely tell you don't actually do nothing wrong. But even if you didn't do nothing wrong and you meet the wrong person, you might get kicked out of college for offending somebody the wrong way. So I don't advocate gaming hard, on campus, gaming hard in the workplace. I think that's retarded. I think it's utterly stupid. So yeah, I mean, go out to a nightlife environment where people went out to fucking party and have fun, and you don't have that that level of judgment that you might in a university setting, or that level of risk. It doesn't make sense, man. The risk reward ain't worth it. Juan says, "Hey Derek, what's up? I want to know the hardest business decision you have made. Maybe you knew you could get more done by doing something else. Maybe you went on a seminar and learned a new skill." Well, I'm here to talk about the 10 Commandments game and answer questions about that right now. So yeah, I do business programs. You'll find me. If you want to come on one of my business programs, that's dope. But right now we're talking about girls and the 10 Commandments. We got Fabian. Thank you for your time and helping answer any questions we have regarding 10 Commandments game. I plan on moving to Vegas to change my life because of your interview with Luke. Thanks again for the program. What's up, man? Shout out to Fabian. What's up? Kevin says, "Gotta love those Asian fortune cookies." I do, Kevin. I opened a couple fortune cookies and uh, I spread them open and seen what was inside. It was really tasty, man. I like the right fortune cookie. It's good news, man. It's a good time. Carl, what's your take on being yourself? Medium energy versus high energy, kind of not yourself, but more compelling. Um, well, man, if yourself is a quiet, bored, pussy motherfucker, then it ain't gonna work out good. Um, extroverts extroverts have more sex, homie. And I'm a natural introvert, and I had to train myself to be more of an extrovert. And I bet the vast majority of my clients, these are guys who are introverted. Like 80% of my clients are natural introverts. Okay, 80%. And that's just something like if you were rewarded with like money and sex and better relationships with your friends, better relationships with your lovers. Um, if you were rewarded for talking a little louder, for talking more frequently, for being a better communicator is what it comes down to. For being a better communicator, yeah, man, you're gonna do more of that. So you got to push through it, even if it's uncomfortable. You're gonna have to be a better communicator. You're gonna have to believe that your life is exciting and fun, and you're living a life that's worth living. You're living a life that other people would be interested to be a part of. Other people would be interested to know about. And if you're living your life that way, man, it's gonna be real easy. You're gonna have a good life. It's gonna be easy for somebody to want to fuck with you, man. So yeah, I don't want to go fake anything. I don't try to be, oh, I got to be medium energy or high energy. I'm just like, oh, well, I'm going to communicate in a way that's effective for this environment, so I can communicate effectively with my target market and make sure those other people get the fuck out, they can get out of the way so I can get with the people that I came to meet. So yeah, don't worry about calibrating in that way. It's not the best use of your time, sir. Hi, Derek. I'm not naturally a confrontational guy. This is Nigel, by the way. What up, Nigel? Not naturally a confrontational guy, but totally understand that in order to get top shelf pussy and fortune, I'm going to have to butt heads with dudes along the way. Do you have any thoughts or tips on building competitive, assertive spirit? Yeah, man, set your goals and just get that shit. Set your goals and go fucking, relentless. Relentless. Whatever your goals are, go get that shit. Don't get distracted by you're gonna have butt heads, motherfucker. It's called evolution. It's called evolution. Of course, you're gonna have to butt heads with other people, man. So, man, whatever you want, go get it. Be your best self, man. Live your best life. Find the right people that want to fuck with you, man. What would you tell your younger self about business? And I love business, but we're not talking about business today. I love business. Someday I'll do another business webinar, maybe, but I just did a couple of dope ass business programs. One in New York, one in London. I had a couple hundred people, 100 and something attended in New York. Something I don't know, 70 or so came to London, and a couple hundred people total. And that was fantastic, man. That shit wasn't inexpensive. It's a lot of people bought seats for $997. I did a 2-day business conference in New York, 2-day business conference in London, mostly about entrepreneurship, and it's fantastic, And I'll be excited to work with some of you in the future. If you're serious about a business program, just write me a little email, Derek@realsocialdynamics.com. I have one business program on my schedule in the future. One, and it's going to be a 4-day program, and it's going to be in New York. It's going to be in Manhattan from October 31st till November 3rd. So 4 days, October 31st till November 3rd in Manhattan. If you're serious about it, hit me up. And the seats are going to be there. I don't want just anybody there. I'll tell you the topics we're going to cover. 4 days long, all day long, 4 days long, and we're going to cover 3 specific topics of sales, marketing, and negotiation. Sales, marketing, and negotiation. So if you're super excited about those, send me a little email. We don't even have like a public page up or something. I do have about 30 something, 40 people have signed up. Those are just people that came to my previous business events. And yeah, if you're serious about coming, it is over 40. It is over 40. I just looked at a different sheet here. So 48 people are signed up. So yeah, if you want to come, man, hit me up with Derek@realsocialdynamics.com. Send me a little email, and I'll tell you how to come on that program. Carl, best fucking answer ever. I needed that. What up, Carl? Ali, hey Derek, just want to say 10 Commandments a game is one of the best investments I made in my life. My dick grew by 3 inches since buying this program. The quality of my life has dramatically increased in the past 6 days. I would like to know if you're going to focus more on teaching business in the near future, as I'd like to see myself investing in it, as I can learn a lot from that. Yeah, funny that you said that right after a different guy asked about business, and I just answered that. Yeah, Ali, hit me up, Derek, at realsocialdynamics.com. I'll connect you with my team manager, and if you're serious, he'll let you know how to get registered for that program. David, is Sean accepting emails or questions? No, Sean's got a different business, man. Sean's on his own business. He's a friend of mine, but he won't be doing that. No. Ivan, being the CEO of my life, would you recommend one-on-one business coaching to get my business to the next level, to better cultivate the kind of life that I want to live? Is that something you'll offer? Yes. Again, Ivan, Derek, realsocialdynamics.com. Ask me about it there, and I'll get you on a business program if you're serious. Carl, I'm sure there's a lot of content in there. I'm not sure what that means. David, what state is your phone number from? That way we won't ignore it. Man, you're going to answer the fucking phone. If you get a phone call this Friday, you better answer it. Answer that phone call. Don't worry what state it's from. If you get a phone number, some of those people are international too. If I called you, answer your fucking phone on Friday. That's when I'm going to announce those damn dinners. So 6 people are going to get a phone call from me on Friday, and you're going to be fucking invited to dinner. Answer your damn phone call on Friday. Bryce, what else here? Alex, David, got you. David, Carl, Brandon. Favorite city to game in Canada? Man, I'm going to Canada in a couple days, man. I'm going to Canada tomorrow. Come to my VIP tour, homie. I'm gonna be in Toronto this week, and then I go to Montreal the following week. So I'm going to Canada tomorrow, and I got VIP tour in both of those cities. So if you want to come see me live, come check out my VIP tour schedule. It's also on rstderek.com. Look up VIP tour and come see me live. I got more than a dozen dates on there. I'm gonna see people around the world yet. Victor, have a good flow, D. Thanks, bro. Let's see, pimping is real. And again, I want to move to Vegas. Canadian shit. Get over it. You'll be good, Brandon. Figure it out if you want to. Trajan, I guess that's your name, man. Tajan. I don't know where the fuck that name's from, but okay. Hey, just got here, but how should I go about gaming and building a social circle in college? Should I game the girls in my class or befriend them and get at their friends? I just talked about it a few minutes ago. I think it's dangerous, and go find girls that went to a non-campus event. I'm sure, look, man, there's some college kids, you're going to get laid left and right. You're going to get all kinds of pussy in college. Get all sorts of pussy, more pussy than you know what to do with. I get it. But be careful about it, man. You rather don't be aggressive at all on a college campus, just like you wouldn't be in a workplace. Just be smart, man. Be smart. Christian, just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate your hard work on helping us get legendary here. I got the commandments. I can see they're aimed to us becoming epic and getting the girls we want. It's a natural consequence. Loving and immersing myself in this way of thinking. Thanks, man. What up, Christian? I'll see you on the Brotherhood. Dude, go vote on the Brotherhood program. I know several of you guys are on the Brotherhood program. Go fucking check that out and vote on there for next month's topic. And I'm going to do it like 2 weeks from now. Whatever topic you vote on, we're going to answer questions on it 2 weeks from now. One of my previous questions: how long to wait to contact a girl after the sex or after a date or sex for best results? Bro, just contact her. It's like, stop this scheming. Stop scheming, fucking guys. Stop this fucking scheming of when's the best optimal time. Dude, the best time is like, or do you have a boner? You got a fucking stiffy, or do you plan to have one soon? That's the best time. That's the best time. If you're thinking about her, hit it up. And if she's with it, cool. And if she's not with it, go get a different one. Stop the scarcity, bro. I made this program so you guys don't have to deal with this fucking scarcity, man. I created this so you don't have to deal with this fucking scarcity. Stop the scarcity mindset of when's the best time. How do I lessen my anxiety? No, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Quit being an anxious cunt, bro. Stop being kind of anxious. Stop scheming, and just live your best fucking life. Live a fucking great life, and invite her to be a part of it. And if she don't see the value, get rid of her and go find somebody else that's going to be excited and delighted to fuck with you, man. Stop this shit. Paul, thank you very much for answering my question a couple minutes ago. I purchased 10 Commandments, the game, the Derek tier this past Sunday. Been enjoying it so far and look forward to going through the whole thing in its entirety many times through. What up, Paul? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Send me a fucking testimonial so you can come to dinner, homie. Christian sending us a testimonial. What up, Christian? Fred Yick. What up, Fred? I talked briefly about what time of day boot camp starts each day and end at night. How much is class instruction in the day, then in the infield, etc. Thanks, man, for all you do. Sure, Fred. Look, man, boot camp is, I have 3-day, 4-day, and 1 5-day program. So 3, 4, or 5 days. You can check out the schedule at rstderek.com. You'll see a video on there that'll give you better context for what the results are. What's going to happen is we're going to get together in the evening, mid-evening, like 8 o'clock or so. About 8 p.m., we're going to get together in whatever city we're in, and we're going to stay till pretty fucking late. Usually I'm there till club close. Sometimes I'm there after club close, and we're still hitting up sets on the damn street. Okay, so I'm gonna stay with you guys pretty damn late. Depends on what city we're in. But yeah, we're gonna get together Friday night. For several hours. We're gonna get together Saturday night for several hours. We're gonna get together Sunday afternoon, probably for several hours. And what I put on the schedule versus reality is different, man. It's like I tend to stay a lot more hours since on the program. I'm not obligated to, but every goddamn week I do. And anybody that's been on boot camp with me knows that. But yeah, man, check it out. Again, I just say that the boot camp is for people that want extreme results. If you're serious to it, there's no pussy in on my boot camp. It's not called pussy camp. It's called boot camp, man. And I don't care about your feelings. I only care about your results. So you're going to come do tough things. You're going to do things that you're not comfortable with. It's going to be challenging. If you don't curse me, if you don't say like, what the fuck, if you don't curse me, that means you didn't try hard enough. Okay. So this is not a place where you go to get your hand held and you hear nice words. This is a place that you go to that somebody can see, I'll really, really take the time to get to know exactly who you are and what you want to accomplish. It's very important for me and for your results that I understand that who is this guy? Where's he coming from? What are the good things that are going on in his life? What are the things he's concerned about that he thinks aren't good enough or he's trying to work on? Okay. I need to understand who you are and what you want. And once I understand that, I can build a game plan with you that's, special, customized for you to make sure that wherever you're at and wherever you want to be, we get there the most efficient way possible. So that's all I care about on boot camp. I don't care about your feelings. I don't, if you're, I'm anxious. I don't give a fuck. Go do it anyway. Do whatever I ask you to do. I don't have a big ego, but it is tough love, man. It is a tough love program of like, if you want results and you're willing to take action, you'll get fantastic results. So a lot of athletes, a lot of military guys do great. A lot of people that are, talented at a musical instrument or college educated grad school guys, nerds, they all do great because these are disciplined people that already know how to learn something and they know they're going to have to put in some work to have a fantastic result. But I help people do, in half a week together, I help people get much better results than they ever would have got by themselves in any number of years. I mean, there's a reason Owen asked me to teach the client, the instructors. There's a reason that Owen asked me teaching the instructors that damn near every RSD instructor either been brought on by me or they've been brought on by Owen, who has asked me to coach them. So, it's the best results a guy can get in the world. Those are the people that come on boot camp. They're serious. Let's see. Jacob, what's up, Jacob? Christian, we talked to Christian. Some more Jacob. Golden got through Commandment 1. Anybody else? Chat know if there are actionable steps for all of the other ones. Yeah, Jacob, go through the rest, of course. Cool that you joined, even though you just got through Commandment 1. Awesome that you're here. But yeah, every commandment, there's action steps. There's it'll tell you exercises to implement that commandment to make your fucking life easier and make your results awesome, bro. So yeah, check them out. Send me fucking testimonial so you can enter into the dinner competition, or excuse me, the dinner raffle. What else we got? Action steps. Braden's answering a lot of those. Thanks, man. Victor. Let's see. Gold quality thoughts, quality behaviors, quality outcomes. Oh, thanks, man. I see what you're saying, Victor. Yeah, quality thoughts lead to quality behaviors, which lead to quality outcomes. Nice summary. Thanks, man. Maxwell, how to deal with hot girl blase. Yeah, I think I am a fucking hot girl. But what if sort of little hot girl blase? Little hot girl blase. What the fuck is she gonna do for me that I couldn't do for myself? There's nothing a new girl could do for me that I don't already have, or some other girl wouldn't line up to do for me. So how do I deal with hot girl blase, or how should you? Is you have such a good life that you would laugh in her face that like you're more blase than her, and you literally would laugh at that shit. It's just like like, oh yeah, like I'm sure this girl's life is better than mine. No, it's probably not, man. Probably not. Alberto, 5. Derek, what are the 5 best cities for gaming? Already addressed that. Juan Garcia. Gonna try to close some deals by this weekend. For just fucking this. What, dude? I'm gonna try to close some deals by this weekend for just fucking this dude. Then I'm seeing you Australia in November, Derek. Juan, I hope you enjoy that. Find it a bit unrelatable, but if I see you in Australia, I'll try to help you out, bro. Owen and I did gay boot camp once, and we had a client. It was in Los Angeles. We had a client that, yeah, man, he was. Well, we tried to help him with the girls, and he kept getting distracted talking to dudes. And we realized at first we just thought he was a little anxious talking with the girls, and he just like making friends with the dudes or having a little chat. And then it came to he and I had a little powwow about it. And I'm like, no, man, I think this dude just like dudes. I think he's gay. And Owen's like, nah. And I'm like, nah, man, I think he's gay, man. So anyway, we chatted with him afterwards, in a very constructive way. I'm not mad at the gays. I wish more men would turn gay and make it easier for me to have all the women. So I encourage men, go be gay, man, especially my competition. Go be gay. But so I sat and chat with this dude, and me and Owen are chatting with him, and I'm like, man, like, are you gay, dude? And he's like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm like, man, like, I'm not gonna be judgmental or something. I'm really not that way. Like, whatever you're into, you came here, you want help. Like, what can I help you with? And he's like, no, I like women. I like women. I'm like, what? How many women you had sex with? He's I had sex with a woman before. I said, that's cool. How many fucking women have you had sex with? He's like, just one. I had sex with a woman once. I'm like, all right, man. Like, how many dudes have you had sex with? And he's like, oh, and he gets all fucking like, turns red and gets bashful. And I'm like, what? All right. So I'm like, how many? He said, about 150. I'm like, holy shit. All right. So we ain't going to talk about women no more, man. What kind of dudes do you like? So we were running around doing gay boot camp, trying to help this poor bastard. Luis again. Owen felt uncomfortable. Owen, it was too much for him, but I'm like, we got to help the client, Owen. Help them get what they want. Help them get what they want. Luis, hey, Derek, my girlfriend says the following after listening to your audio with Jeffy. I heard of your program through my partner, who is also taking me through it. I was resistant to the concepts at first, but now I've come to realize everything you said makes sense and is really helpful in a lot of areas of my life. So I've had a few threesomes, enjoyed them, and I'm interested in having more. But this is the first time I'll be actively seeking them out with Lewis or Luis. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, bro. I used to get them just happening organically, and I can't get over the hump of actually having to game a girl. How do I get over this mental hurdle? Yeah, so shout out to Luis's girl. Look, man, a threesome is a beautiful thing. So that you're talking about the interview, just for those that might not have the top tier. They're talking about the interview on the Derek tier of the program, where Jeff and I do about a 90-minute breakdown of very detailed, very, very detailed about threesomes, how to get threesomes. And myself and Jeff, we certainly had more threesomes than more than anybody, in the hundreds. And I don't know anybody else in pickup that had more threesomes than him or I. But it's a topic that's really near and dear to my heart. That I think it's a beautiful thing that when a man and a woman like each other, and and they both like women too. A lot of women like women. A lot of women like women, and they got that trouble where sure, that could happen organically once in a while, but yeah, I mean, psychologically, the toughest thing that you're going to find, to being the female partner here, is girls aren't used to rejection too much. So you got to be a little tough that way. Where now Luis has to do most of the, or Lewis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Um, Lewis has to do most of the opening here. The guy has to lead the situation in most cases, but the girl also has to be an active participant. And girls all think they're like, oh, I know about girls. I know about girls better than you do, Lewis. I know better. Nah, Lewis, you're gonna have to lead anyway, bro. You're gonna have to lead the situation for the other girl to really respect you and be with it. And then secondarily, your girl, you're going to have to be able to tolerate a little rejection or little, seemingly psychological setbacks. And I don't mean to speak down to you if you hear my tone. I don't mean to speak down to you. It's just a real thing. A lot of girls aren't used to that because, it's the natural order of things that in almost every culture, men come and approach the women, and the women are the, selector. They just brush them off, or they listen to them for a minute and then they walk away, or whatever they do. And in this, you're going to be in that role sometimes. So you just be willing to tolerate a little bit of volatility and a little rejection in there, and don't take it too personal. Like not every girl loves girls, but I'm not interested in girls that don't. So yeah, be willing to go with the flow of it. You have a lot of threesomes. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great way. When you have a guy that has like a great sense of abundance in this area, and he knows that he could go have other women, but he just really wants to be with you. I think it's just a beautiful thing that you can really add, layers of romance and fucking satisfaction to a relationship. I think it's a beautiful thing. Man and a woman go play with some titties together. That's a great bonding relationship. So you guys have fun at it. Be willing to tolerate a little bit of rejection, girl. Don't let it hurt your feelings. Don't let it hurt your feelings at all. And it sounds easy right now, but if you do the things right, have to be a little aggressive, a little assertive as a female, and you're going to have those little moments where you're like, yeah, she don't like me, and you're going to feel like not doing it. But that's how cold approach is. You know what? Anybody that got good at anything, people that got good at business, people that got good at a sport, people that got good at anything, you're going to have to tolerate a little volatility, a little bit of rejection, but you'll get the things you want, and you'll have a lot richer life, and you have a better relationship. Your man's going to like you more. He's going to feel very fulfilled. He's getting all his needs met. He's got a little need of variety. Lewis, you make sure that you let her know that she's your girl. Make sure you let her know, and the other girl know. You got to give her a lot of attention. She got to get more attention than the other girl gets. But you guys have a fun time together. Send me your stories. Send me that. Let me know how it turns out. Carl headed out to the bar. Carl pimping is real. Get it? Victor looking forward to the New York business event. What up, bro? I'll see you there. Aiden, Derek, your stuff is bomb. Bouncers and getting kicked out, man, from clubs is one of my main fears about pushing shit, doing mix sets, being polarizing, like you and Sean. Some PUAs I know have been permabanned from clubs here without good reason. Any tips to avoid this or stay sustainable? Man, if you don't get kicked out of the club once or twice a year, you didn't try hard enough. And I don't mean that to be smug. I mean that very sincerely, where sometimes you get kicked out for no reason, man. I must have been kicked out of a club, 15, 20 times. And, half the time it's because you did something fucked up and miscalibrated. And if you thought about it fairly, you'd be like, I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't cool. And then the other half, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do shit. You know what? And you know what else can get kicked out? Is just being a pussy. If you just look too pussy and you're too meek, that's going to come across as weird. And then you can really get kicked out for doing nothing. So just be normal, bro. Just fucking be relaxed. The number one thing I could tell you, like, be relaxed. Don't do anything like crazy. We're not there setting shit on fire or shitting on the floor or something. Like, when you go to the club, be relaxed, and you can really do about whatever you want as long as you're calm and congruent with it. You can do just about anything as long as you're calm and congruent. If you're running around like a crazy person and acting erratic, that makes people uncomfortable, and you deserve to get kicked out. So don't be a dumbass. Just be relaxed, and then do whatever feels natural and congruent, man. Feel entitled to do what you want, man. Martin, what are your thoughts on porn and masturbation? I don't jerk off too much, bro. I don't really You might be surprised. I was never into porn too much. I was never interested in looking at much porn. I don't do a whole lot of jerking off. Sometimes for variety, I give myself a little fucking dick massage just for variety. Sometimes, guys out there that are getting laid a lot, you know what I'm talking about is on occasion, you just rather go jerk off, not because you're not attracted to your girl, just a little variety, just something a little different. So that's okay. But look, these guys that you can't be doing that all the time. Go find a pretty girl, man. If I was single, I would not touch my dick at all, only to piss. If I was single, I would only touch it to piss and to insert it into a beautiful woman. I would not touch my dick and wash it in between these circumstances. So those are the only things I would do with my dick if I was a single man. All these guys, you sitting home jerking off, and then you wonder why you're apathetic in the club. Stop that shit. John, Derek, thanks for the 10 Commandments game. Loving it so much. Gurbinder, Derek, thanks for the 10 Commandments game. In India, teenage girls are a little immature and often less open-minded than girls who are above 25. Feels like I have to work harder for teenage girls. Any suggestions? Yeah, they are fucking more immature, homie. What did you just? You just said it. So of course, like a teenage girl is going to have less experience in life than a girl who's over 25. So I think you kind of answered your own question. Yeah, don't be put off by it. Just like you gotta take more time to get to know her. She's gonna need to have a more of a sample of your life. She's had less sexual experiences on average. A girl that's younger, on average, had less sexual experience. And in that country, things are very conservative as well. So she might feel social pressures, or they might be more prominent in her mind than a girl who's a few years older, maybe had some sexual experiences, etc. So, you're on the right track. But what are the obvious things? Is like, yeah, it's going to take more time to get to know her, and you're going to have to be. She just won't have the same life experience, man. Go find a girl that's compatible with you, whatever age you are, whatever you're up to. Last few here, Trajan, Tijan. Hey, just got here. Don't know if you answered this yet, but how should I go about gaming in college? Social. Yep, I already talked about that. Furman, what's your take on shy, innocent girls who are hot as fuck? What do you think my take is, Furman? Derek, what's your take on shy, innocent girls? Go talk to her, bro. Go see what's up. Follow the content from the 10 Commandments, and you'll have my take is you'll have her in your bed, and she'll say, "I don't normally do this." She'll have a little blushy, shy look on her face. "I don't normally do this," and then she's gonna do what she's gonna do just a moment later. Thanks so much. No more questions from me, says Powell. Scott D, thanks for answering. Thanks, man, for answering my questions. Also, like Asian, Indian women were very smart. Would also be helpful to go over some of the best lounges and restaurants in the city. I don't know what city you're living in, Scott, but you'll figure it out. Go to the best clubs. Go to the clubs where the type of girls that you want to meet are at. Go through the trouble to get there. Fashion tips, we got that covered. Go look through the Lifestyle Bible, Ali. Look through the Elite Lifestyle Bible for fashion tips. John, gay boot camp story. What up, John? Was the client satisfied? I think he was. He wasn't satisfied by me. He wasn't satisfied by me, but I think he found what he was looking for from someone else he met out. Story was kind of a cliffhanger. I was wondering too. John said, "I love how Derek didn't go judgmental about it, and moreover took it upon himself to get the guy to admit and help him." No, that's a mentor, man. I just want to help people accomplish their goals, man. I don't say that as a joke. It's like, whatever kind of life you want to live, man. I don't, I'm not judgmental. Be happy, man. Make sure you go live the best life possible for you. Find somebody else. I'm a libertarian at heart. I'm really a libertarian at heart. So, fucking live whatever life you want to. Just don't hurt other people and shit. Make sure that it's good for them too. Tasia, should I invest in stocks and using it for rent and paying for this program? No, man, pay for, dude, Tajan, fucking, you're already on the program. Follow the fucking program. The best return on investment you have is not just fucking making blind investments. If you're a young man, you got to pay for your education, bro. The best thing you can do is fucking educate yourself and make sure that you're not wasting your time, so you can spend productive time making a lot of fucking money, and you also, when you're in your spare time, you got to go out three or more nights a week, and be productive in that time. Make sure that your sex life and your sexual and emotional needs are being met good too, man. Kevin, more beautiful women in Singapore or Bangkok. Man, they're both, bro. I actually never been to Bangkok yet. It's on my schedule. I'm going to Bangkok in January. I've been to Singapore a few times. I've been to Asia over 20 times. But yeah, Singapore is dope. I hear good things about Bangkok. Never been there yet, so I'm excited to go check it out. What up? Maxwell, what's your main opinion of the benefits between 10 Commandments of game and a boot camp? And don't trust my opinion. Like, look at the opinions of other motherfuckers. It's like my clients. Go to my IG. Those are real quotes from my clients. Go to my Instagram. The quotes that we put on there are those are like cut and paste quotes from the clients of the experiences that they've had. So, the main benefits is going to be, a more abundant life. You're going to have tremendously more sexual options. You're going to have better financial options. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have better outcomes in every damn way of your life. And that ain't dramatic. It's just like, ask yourself this: if you had 5 beautiful girls calling you right now trying to have sex, would you be thinking about girls at all, or would you just be concentrating on your other goals, man? No, you'd be educating yourself more rapidly. You'd be working on your hobbies or your business or your career more rapidly. That's how these guys get financial payoffs from working with me, even in a dating context. That's why all these guys ask me about business, dude. I'm not even here talking about business, and that's why 20 people on here, I skipped most of the questions, are asking me about business. Everybody wants to work with me, man. So, what are the main benefits? Is like a better life in every way. Is that a good enough benefit for you? Vincent, love Derek Software program. What's your take on physical escalation? My take is go see Commandment 8. Philippe, this webinar and the one last week were so gold. Thanks for taking the time to add some extra value, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Philippe. Brandon, thanks for taking the time and doing this, man. It's like 12 a.m. here. Gonna jump, gonna hit some bars, see what's up. And yeah, man, pimping is real. Philippe, correct? Pimping is real. Look, guys, I just want to do this for y'all. I just want to say, thank you for being on the program. I was really excited to help you guys. I'm really excited to share this. Again, I feel really, really flattered that, the 10 Commandments game is on track to be the highest selling program, the most demanded program in RSD's history. And no program's ever done so well on an initial offering, initial launch. And I'm really proud of that. The finances are fine, but I just make a little bit of money with RSD. Actually, I get paid quite well, but relative to the rest of my income, I make about 10% of my income from RSD. So yeah, I didn't do it for the money. I appreciate it. I appreciate your contributions, and people that pay attention. People that pay take things seriously. So you're going to get better outcomes for information that you paid for, because you're going to take it seriously. You're going to execute on it better, and you're going to have a fantastic outcome. But I really appreciate your time as well, and your investment in yourself. I have a lot of respect for a guy that invests in himself and invests in his future, and I really appreciate it, man. So I just want to say one more time, I'm going to bounce now, where it's almost 3 hours, and I'm gonna let you guys get back to your life and go hit up the clubs, go do what you're doing. I just want to say one more time that really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate your commitment, and respect your commitment to yourself and your learning. And go through the damn program. You guys vote right now. You tell me. It's like, would you like me to do one more of these Q&As? I want to see every motherfucker on here. I want to see a clear yes. I want to see a clear yes or a fuck yeah or something of that nature. Would you like me to do one more of these a week or so from now? Would that be useful to you? Would you guys appreciate that? It's like, I've enjoyed it, and I just want to be thanks, guys. Yeah, a lot of fuck yes. Rapid fire, yeah, yeses and fuck yes. I'm thinking about doing one more. I didn't really plan to do this. I thought we were going to do it as the super secret bonus. That I was going to do one of these, but you guys ask smart questions. And you're doing you're out there executing on it, man. So I think it'd be cool. Luis, you're going to be in fucking Toronto this week. Come say hi, man. Make sure you come to my VIP tour on Saturday and come say hi. Check out my website, rsdderek.com, for the VIP tour. For you guys, it costs nothing, by the way. If you bought the fucking program or if you've been on boot camp, it's totally free. For somebody that's never has zero purchase history with the company, then they have to pay $10. But for anybody that has a purchase history, it's totally free. So just go to the VIP tour, or go to rsdderek.com and find a VIP tour, and put yourself on. Come see me at live on VIP tour, and then man, I'll try to fit it in. I'll see about another Q&A session next week. So go through the fucking program. We're not going to keep answering the same questions. Go through the fucking program, and for guys that have purchased the program, I'll invite them on again. I'll try to do it next week. I'm not going to promise it, but I'll try to do it again next week. If you guys, you seem like you're excited about it. A lot of you have been here 3 hours with me, and again, respect, appreciate it. Send in your fucking testimonials. If you're not on the fucking top tiers, upgrade your shit to the top tiers so you're eligible to come to fucking dinner with us. These guys on here, these are some of the best guys in the whole community. These are some of the most serious guys, right? So send in your fucking testimonials, audio or video. Send them to my email. It's pinned right there. Derek, realsocialdynamics.com. Send your fucking testimonials. Just a minute or two, 2 minutes, 2 minutes long, it'd be perfect. And I'm going to pick 3 guys this Friday. I picked 3 already. I'm going to pick 3 more this Friday. Send those fucking testimonials in by Thursday night. And I'm going to call 6 of you on Friday and tell you who's coming to dinner. And we'll pick the rest of those dinner winners later. We'll get more of them later. But entering early, it means that if you didn't win right now, you got another opportunity to win later. So you have best probabilities. For those of you that can do math, you got the best probability. The earlier you fucking enter, the more times your name has the opportunity to get picked. So thanks a lot for coming, guys. Check out my shit for a boot camp or a VIP tour at rsdderek.com. Send your fucking testimonials about this pimping to Derek at realsocialdynamics.com. And thanks a lot for joining. So much respect.